But for your communications bureau there, we have decided to work together as one team. Into me know can say platform cry also as leaders of the National Communications Bureau, a communication officer, and then the deputies, National Communications Director, and then the deputy. We are still on with Kwekubwa. Start here planning what the activities for 2023 will be, and he will still play a very integral role in the communications affairs of the party. Yet ye once ya ye watching ye busua baako ye funu baako mma me free say obia no wo bibi papa bi e woni mu a say o ma ne kwan a ono so betumi dia ye bibi aboa, and as leaders no a responsibility say ma obia kwanya na utimi boa party no in that area, and we'll be working with many more of the human resources. In the last 4 years you didn't see us actively working with them because some of them were occupying other positions and money busy for them to work with us in the communications arena, even though almost nipo manage communications Koku is not out, that is on that, but Ubisame said next 4 years say next 4 years and me next 2 years
for the elections in 2024.
Exactly, because before you say eno na yesusudua party for no ejina so si ahene for no delegates na omo gada wa passport stadium omo ejina so atoaba ye na eno so na be yesusudua omo de be hwe adwuma ye ana ye be ye within the 10 one or because say NDC and me anim kunim in 2024, 2025 and 2026 is needless and useless. In fact, will be so. And it is so critical for me because meaning say yes, every department here, but you're a communications person too, of course, unim. But the burning kita hudia here manyo kubia oko abatum enti asudi no kese pa daeso and yenimse wonyaminti we are equal to the task na adwumadeni here, no complacency, adwumadeni here ya hihye nyema bebre, but because these are strategic issues enye bibiana ebetimi ababetena radio ni TV so aka, but the metumi aka ne say you will see significant improvements in our communication. Ube hu progress bebre. Ube hu say yen semwa ya de beba abonten de abeto Ghana fo anim no. Ebe yen semwa emu eduro. En semwa no kure wom. Ube ni beka say fact based, well researched, persuasive narratives a ebeto Ghana fo akoma so mo hu zampa. NDC ye ne ye mpanyimfo ye nipa ye dwen o man ne ho. Near war in Susuye Panen pa say Omoma ya Quenya, ye be to media babe ye Jumanama or minor afan to my pefra. DC and this to present the NDC as the credible political force and the superior alternative to MPP Uraba Wumiani Akufuado Amamuya or Modia say Bibiama and Egana for Ebreno. And Yena Sansudi and Diane so. And you are going to see a very effective, proactive, and vibrant communications machinery. And Yema Bibriayan in the last 4 years, and we are going to build on that. Ubehu new innovations, programs are yenemun central for yebeye. Now through that, no, etimi abuama Ghana for ehu enepa, enensheshe pa NDC ewo edema or minor.
There are those who believe the current FEC, no, functional executive committee of your party, one made up of some very astute communicators, including the current national chairman himself, no, a general secretary, CRB national chairman, and the new general secretary, Fifi Kwete. It is some penyifuya and more party constitution, they can say the spokesperson of the party should be the general secretary, if I'm right. I stand to be corrected though. It is how will be a previously no crowd position you be about a general secretary or a spokesperson officially for the party. How would you navigate sa way no now ebia enquire say they might in one way or the other usurp your authority as national communications officer?
No. Rather, no, before you say adwuma ne yemre. Na ebema adwuma no so no adimu. Ebema the see and so as a department ye pese ye no kra no yetimi aye bi aka ho, because now you have a general secretary, why communications officer for the party. Da. It will say I'm a friend propaganda secretary, but it is the same portfolio. A dim pen assessor. And this is Ubia meneno aye juma chedada. A lot of people don't know, but Mirizo Nwangasa in his campaign he had cause to talk about that. Because Meno Misano, he was one of the people
you looked up to.
I looked up to, who inspired me to do communication. Nti minya akwenya se mebe some party as national communications officer no mede me ho bɔ no, and he's call your communication bureau page. He's a very active member. He's been a very active member of the communications team. In fact, he's still with us on the platform. Just that now adwuma ababedo so no nya time any ye ninkita ho te say de na first no ye no, but ye ne na aye adwuma na ye co meetings a hobby. In fact, menene nko akra no, we had a platform. Menene nko just 2 people.
Okay.
Just 2 people, because that was the contribution to me work. Ofa me say ni nua ketwa opese oboa me na me succeed. Into most of the things that yet to me aye no oka hu bi pa on the communication front. And asembi ba yemfa mfa bankuma na yemfa mfa nifa yen kan the saying, he's always one person you can fall on, and how to bring the different human resources, because NDC idea back what say about political communicators. I mean, we have the best, we have the finest.
Arguably,
not arguably, there is no basis for comparison. Is the America just say, but MPP communicators or more idea do I want to be more bre.
Yeah, but him say political comms for a party in power is different.
No. Whether power, but whether power or position.
No,
power.
You would agree with me, sir. When the NDC was in power, one of the main criticisms against the government was, and people say, then John Mahama, a communicator, astute one. Now, a binary part in the communications. When you are in government,
they make any different. I mean, communicators more based on what they are communicating. Okay, but their capabilities, prowess as communicators nangasa. What's the point I'm trying to say? Of course, there is nothing we are the best communicator in the world. But if you still listen to Nana Komia, you can't but still admire they have astute communication prowess. So I'm not talking about the content of their communication. I'm talking about their capabilities. What's the point I'm trying to say? You can't I mean, I know Ubibeka say mischief, but of course, no matter how bad the economy is, that even the best debater or communicator in the world, own to me, Emma Fita Enyutuntu. You can't take away Obi to say, wafa uncle Abdul Malik Kwekuba, ne communication prowess. So these things are that's what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, and this year you're blessed with an array of astute, brilliant communicators, and we are the leader. You bring all of them together and you allow them to help you to do the job. Competition being him, and they are all happy to do the job, and that has been one of my secrets. As Honorable Fifi quoted here, Menena Juma Ache in this 4 years, he's part of the success story, and me believes yet to me achieve. And he being a general secretary now, no, because now he has that official capacity, and Mwebia I was on the Boa Communications Department, you know, me free say or the he is not that type. Question I will be say, you know, yes, because Obeka said, "You know, nimno." Also, ye national chairman, me papa Yura Johnson as you doing Ketia there. Me and I Juma for 4 years, and you can attest to the very good relationship, not just the working relationship, but even beyond that. Quite fast. Me free say the current team I want is a very I don't want to use the word solid, but it's a very competent and effective team. And me free say ye kan ho bom na ye so yensa na ye adwuma na we will go places. The CNU so said 2024 ye be both the presidential and the parliamentary elections, not for the sake of winning elections, but for the sake of say ye ba bejo men every amamu bone na ekosunim edi ahokyere na essay or mine or eddy or mining puntu air quetch no ya beje o my Ghana free munti no if he says adena esi and so nyansa betumi aka.
Okay, but and it will start from the other elections, Akamo parliamentary primaries, presidential primaries, which is even more critical, to elect a flag bearer for your party in 2024. That's the next phase. And Ranamitie, mo chairman Ewo Perez Chapel, na oka about the next phase of elections are more bababekum. Nan saying document be leaky na etre say makoshia fix date affix say nomination fee filing fee this no is it true so document no and the content thereof
the me to me akanyina na say eba NDC internal primaries parliamentary primaries presidential primaries ye wo emra ne kwan a ye fa so ye ho hye
okay
and started with functional executive committee FEC yena ye mra as a party ni ma ye kwan say da party adwuma ye nhwe so e wo Ghana fa na nyina ti ye ne di kan dwen ho na ya frɛ national executive committee meeting NEC meeting, the second highest decision making body in the party after Congress. NEC na NEC aba behwe nhyehyɛ ni proposals afek wo no ma ye mra actually da yenye primaries kwan ya befa so aye no sika candidates betua ene de ekeka ho nyina na NEC normally NEC yes anhyehyɛ no wie so a na enwie so ho administrative wise no e wo say ye mpanyimfo e wo fie a omoni tu yemfo no yes also ne won kwadwen wo council of elders. So there is a lay down procedure over the years this internal abatu say parliamentary and presidential de faso de metumi aka kye wo ne watiefo ne say sa process no ye gusu ye nwie
okay
enti se obi de bibi ba abonten ana obi be ka bibi a bibi a wabebe kan obroni say it is still at its consideration stage, nothing is final. So anti mean ka say bibi a force and bibi say, but what I can tell you is bibi yenya nwie parliamentary and presidential primaries no e ho komo ne ho nhyehyɛ ye wie na bibia wie pair the general secretary of the party the krata beba abontia obebo Ghana for ni party menyina wiase nyina mane yese eda sei na NDC yebeye presidential primaries eda sei ni yebeye parliamentary primaries e kwan a yebefa so aye nini upese wugina fa kwan we so emra e boss adwumadi no ho mbrani oba beye sa announcement ni nyina and I can tell you say enya de ebe chekra sa enkai bono ebeba nti yenya ntoboase na yente speculations ni so. Because if you are not information, but at the end of the process, it may change. Na minim say check in the coming weeks, party through the general secretary this information
out. Yeah. Let's come to some national issues, of course, and the trending issue and what has happened with so we need McMail.
Well, me a fan of him, but Martin Nyomda.
But until the recent controversies, no what in the either.
No Martinity.
I just follow hip hop.
That's a bit brand here.
Yeah, but you've heard the controversies around on no. I don't know. So officially, as a party, when the home come in your position on what has happened there, because I've read post from more MP for North Tong, who is ranking on the Foreign Affairs Committee, or say heads must rule at the presidency and all of that. Has the party taken a position on what has happened?
Well, Obi, the to me a catcher on is any Guasemagana say Yama at the Tantansa Akoso or Mampeni not soya or Yenejuma.
Asempa
Aso Mampeni Ghana Mampeni. Etode bina Musa Nyama Webia. Na ama wo feri mpusa we Ghana ni Obi.
Adentia.
Because we dear. You know what say na me. Jubilee House. Ghana Mampeni na soye. The seat of government. The seat of authority. The authority of our sovereignty. Na ye ko yesa concert we wo. Anyway. Aden ene Jubilee House. Eye entertainment hall of a secondary school ana Jubilee House a recording studio. Oh, Ghana problem aye wisi and obi a impenny problem is a leadership problem, a leadership paralysis. Empenyufo a omo nwe mine ho no mo fahwe ho. Leaders who are careless and reckless. Leaders who have no sense. You see, there is a certain decency. If you find yourself in leadership, you must have. Because Obi, sit down. And no man penny so ye hono ye na dwuma firi hwe Ghana nyina so. E ho na man penny efiri amama ya wodo so ba ye de wonko. E ho ne ye discuss Ghana shebre, Ghana nkanko Ghana adwuma. E ho ne ye bibia. Na wokofa America nwumtuni. So meche o man penny. Oba mpo hye nika any t-shirt. E na wo hye kambu. Chese wan kasa mi beshia Ghana mampenyi kura nti me keka hyem kura aluku official kakra, because you see in communication you free bibi verbal and non-verbal communication. Obi we communications person nti what you say non-verbal communication semo aye kan so enye ya no ne ye de ka ya husuo ye ne ye nim kura se ne sitie e communicate.
Sure.
And in non-verbal communication ade ba ko ehia pa ye dressing. Because Obi untumi nkoshia Archbishop Duncan Williams na won dress unhye chalewote anameboa. How you dress to meet a person shows the respect you have for the person. Shows the respect you have for the person.
Asempa FM 94.7.
Se Ghana pa obi kwa koshia ye mampenyi na ohye kambu, ohye nika, she t-shirt na so she chiwu se dia na oni ye mampenyi gina no modi omo sa atoto ye mampenyi ko me say na dia na ekoso yi. I mean me sure say Ghana fo bebrebe ma eno slide. But video we san so beto mu nene dia afi obia everybody is outraged. Hwe dia ekoso social media. Omo nkasa mpo eno obi e kasa. Ade na mu gu Ghana o mampenyi kufu ado Ghana fo aye ode na mu gu ye ni mu asesa. Chese abusua mamuo ni kokofu bo obo amamuo ni abusua amamuo ni ntino obaba betumi bi obi aba higher daddy office nti dia obi bi aye. So we have turned the presidency into a playground.
No, but are you not I don't know, but as a one ma de na ye the endi ho na afi wo ka
any was saying
no, but the point they say you are over exaggerating. You are blowing this out of
one
proportion.
country. One country. American rapper ana nyumtuni bia kwa gina ho. Omu seat of government. Tio enye just any office, the seat of government. Obi akwa nyumtuni akwahye nika ne kambu ni t-shirt agogina. Say me twa enwum sini. Me twa video clip. Na de me hu ye kra obi enye it's not funny. Me hu ya e share my reward kra ne say. O mampanyin electen de ojina ni mu ye fellow Ghanaians ni ye ka say. Eno na make mail nyumtuni
no. They are two. There is one president of the republic and there's one a presidency of the way a presidency
but one age now
and a guest the end there are two
obi
under the presidency where for guest by your back one man penny now your fellow guy
na we na
Matthias
na we na for guest on the age now rapper
na no jina ho rapper
nanya ho no jina ho toto ni say obi wo de ye ka asem we ye ni bresem a wo sere look masa yeti krom ha na aben ya ka che yen say Jubilee House is a security zone.
Sure.
What is that?
It is a security zone.
Even National Security
Ministry
Office here, Blue Gates.
Yeah.
Yes, since Jody Caleb Kuda or Juma with CTFM. Wakujina ho, edini video abandoned cars here. Unkwaya abide within the faso. Yachine we kete bono pasa. Emma, just omu du food for a brand no bono pasa bisina asem no in a foolish case. Esan so kwachi ni tumu. Why? Because you say security installation. I don't know where you in the phone. You try there. Where the National Security Office bill, the office which houses the Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. Baby, I minister share cabinet meetings, and on one coho on any number for a catafo nkwa and na omode drone. Omo munim drone aeroplane ya de fa wiem etwetwetwa mfoni ebi nam wiem no mu twetwetwa mfoni e wo ba bia ye se ye security zone this Jubilee House ho na Arise Ghana for ye o ye kire obekai ye se ye be fa animu keke ye fa animu keke akoagye eno kra yan kase ye kofa Jubilee House ye fa circle na ya fa nima kwan yi so abekofa akoagye di akọ ministries a police force and Jubilee House is security zone e prepare nipa wo krom ha o yenne aba krom ha just because demonstrators say person for Jubilee House anim ye instances that still ye be fa wa day 2 of the demonstration mo ka say ye mfa ho no se mo be ka ya obi ye drew Jubilee House many fie mi hu bi da the police officers I saw that day line up in front of Jubilee House akodi ekita wo mo shells the way they were dressed almost some many was from 37 military hospital ebefa Christ the King wobefa Jubilee House and as a year war just because citizens are more exercise your more constitutional right to demonstrate to say yeah seat of government any more law requires okay Ghana ni ben na omo betumi yama na kwenya kura da se ko Jubilee House na ko bonyom na se muye even ni pampo amodwe on mine ho na mo pese muye bibi di promote Ghana ye were many tourist sites nyuntuni wo hwe platform wa wo ni din a wo wa okogina wo kura twasi ni bia na okotwa nwom a ebetumi ya pagya on mine no ndika mo susu a kire no ye nko Mole National Park na ye nko Kakum ana yenko can I say baby ani dey slaves ekono Elmina Castle ana yenko Lake Busompwe baby sa na wakotwa ne nwom ho na akowiase afa na nyina na obi ehun Ghana kura bibi say yeden ewo ho that is what leaders who think deep leaders are omo wadwen pa ma omo mind that is what they would do but where dey be dadaba adamfo nti akwachi wo mampanyi nti je se onene namfofo akatafo na ene yes ada ne de ye seat of government no aye playground entertainment hall na ne McMillie ze McMilk ze McMillie onumpo na mama na ye se ene da Jay-Z ne ye Beyonce beba Ghana de ahia o mo bekwa akwachi cabinet meeting ana ye be match pass ama o mo Independence Square ne je se mo ne namu a enkwa etwa o mo pusei because so I mean me I don't have anything against the musician because I know no man who kwan what you say and we are there na o mampanyi ni wo hobby because clearly we are tare ye na odiko hu o mampanyi and one odi twa enwom no sini ni wo ho no so hu na che say o mu wi meeting na and o mu twa o mampanyi Akufo Addo director minim say if now they want McMill to even feature President Akufo Addo on a track or what because woman penny there you are a busy person the seat of government and you want to be this agrono
Baba why don't you address the system into Oko presidency. The president is part of the system at the presidency in the protocol count, the national security establishment there, and all of that. And yet, Obine is sleepy on his job.
Who
Why
is the
do you
head
pin
of
it
that
down?
system now say nka ho asem no why na da no obetimi aboa me presidency one na da no
The president, of course.
No, the buck stops with him. The buck stop masa yesusu ano na wadanfo bi ba ofia o papa ye strict pa wadanfo bi aba ofia ne hu aye fia makobobo no obetumi afa wadanfo na ko wura o papa hall de na kwakotena papa konwam. If you have respect for your father, you won't try that. A fear, discipline, and respect, dignity, decency, woman. Akora bi ani wa ombe pon school aba na down for the nechi no afa na down for dia na ko run papa bedroom and na living room po akonwa kam papa tena mu kenkan newspaper no and na ohwe ni TV no na wo de wa down for ani hu fi ni na de na kwakotena there be because of kwanya opanyin no fa so hwefie ene enkora ne ne namfofo ye de a reality yes opanyin tena fie ma asefu amfo ena opanyin tena fie ma mofra nwe nanka because opanyin tena fie ma mofra nwe nanka no yebu nanka refo oka ho bi we kire the leadership failure at the presidency obu obi ani ho oye omanpanyin kufu adoba na oye ni busua ni otimi ye bibia ena oye ne bad down for otimi ba ho be ye bibia enti we ko hold obi responsible what would do no responsible kwa because enye besema hu picture na woni omanpanyin baba na twa no na sa style na no ma yena no we chese Ghana for na no mudidi atamu anazese o ma ye bibi sei no ma ye bibi sei oni omanpanyin baba o obi. These people, do they know the times we are living in? This is the time when Ghana for a woo. Nipa, Oma who Ghana buy more Ghana bosia, including Ghana for 94.7. And then a buy si on tuya won sika ma womu, omusika she. Ebi pe won sika dia to eduanom. Ebi pe won sika dia sa won ho yare. Ebi pe won sika de atua school fees, ebi pe won sika de abo akoma wo fie de ahwefie, ebi pe won sika de atua rent, ebi pe won sika de abia adwuma na wo de atua won adwuma ye foka, ebi pe won sika. Some of them omo asset na omo babe ene obro omo bebo na asase su nyina obro ni say their lifetime savings omo sika omo anya nyina akam ebi nya high blood pressure, ebi nya stroke, ebi da wo muntumi na ememe ti nisuo. These are the times we are living in. The nation is dying. And Ghana, ye catch we are see a mama ya de wanna ka US, China, Germany, omunina say ye ni kapra ye di tuya wonka. Omaina ni magwase say obia kra ni wow and ne wo pepa obebo Ghana busia biem. This is the time you subject this country to such mockery and ridicule. It's so terrible. You see, the leadership of this country is so depraved. They don't even care about the times we are living in. And sometimes I get scared for the direction of mine, and I'm saying, Joby, I condemnable.
What do you expect to happen?
Masa, senka omanpenye kufuadu wo buoni ni die magana fwa. I was senka by now. Onu ankasa ebia through Eugene Ahe ne kasa mafo o de krata aba bonte de abepa oman ni nyina achew onu ankasa. You accept responsibility, you take responsibility as a leader. Say bibi sa akoso because nobody any other na abrante anyum to ni no mama na kwa delete video na free ho omo ankasa hu say this was a diplomatic blunder way eye enkodasem eye nimbuasesem efere. There are many people who defend this government as we buy. O mampenya kufuado ne wo fancy ga bi o cheda kon. Ono de on say kenche na we tweet na we defend the issue. We won say waka ho asem. Obi afere. So what a leader does under such circumstances and they say you take responsibility. Say a krata kraba. A national apology to the country. Ya nye ni ye mo fanche. Obi abeti ase na ya hwese bi nsi bi. Na we there some of the comments o mani kura say o mo fa ho. Na just say we there ya hweye na rapper Bruni na or rapper intentem the friend say
Busta Rhymes
debi na body em say wonim krum kura Busta Rhymes dey so ye tuntum
na make bro Eminem
So no almost your best rapper will be as say any zakwa de dia bagana dia any obi ahwa o mampanyi ni officer konwa na wote so na nkasa na obekwa kwotena so de atwa nwumu because they must first of all admit that this is wrong and project Ghana well. Sebi ubetumi akọ oye nwumtuni oye comedian oye hwan ubetumi akọ mampanyi aso ye you go there well dressed ubetumi akọ presenting a gift ono so betumi di bibia che ubetumi atwa mfonyi ye betumi ama kwan kra so be den ubekwa akọ ka bibi and your White House nyina ye but on may be any ho omo presidency ye be ma kwan say fa cameras any aeroplane ye nam krom twetwa mfonyi ye friend drone fa bibira ho betwa music video and de wo kan nwum ni mu no wo de onim me ti ade no kana me se mo ma me ko tie ahere nwum ye omuntu yi rap yi ma me ko tie because ye ko tie kra no so or kasa about so ye tuntum aba bibrem Ghana bibia ba Ghana no de rap no de project your mind na obi enkenya ya ye ma me ne papa mo a ebia mo munim de wonwum ni mu nti mo ntia se de ntia sa me Gyamfi ani abra ye kasa no nwum no de wom me de betwi kasa mu a minti nka na fidie we so because in some way honte in some fi I just say wo yentete mu kra no yen kan wo bedwam yen kan abonten the lyrics are so explicit, so terrible, so reprehensible. And ojina ho che say any oba bia ohu na one na da ni nyina waka na wonwum ne mu oba akro so yenim no. Ndi I just say ye kwehwe Ghana ha oba akro ohu make meal ya one ne da ya wo de atwa nwom a nwom na wo bo nyina ne so oba bi hia no o hia na no ne da ya enwo ho nwom no wakwa bo no Jubilee House no. Enye say wo bo nwom bi de a project ne Africa descent and now your cultural values as a people and now not even one line in the music to project Ghana or to project Africa. How can you do this?
Okay, Indy, you expect a public apology from the presidency?
Me expect it. Me say o mampenyi no wubu ni ndie magana because me I don't expect anything from President Akufo-Addo. You do that at your own peril. Wa ubenya high BP. Onye. Onfobia ho. Me say the next minute ube hu no na o san so kasa na o sre say nye private jet na wakwa chata a party. And I say because he already leadership currently it doesn't reflect a president who is conscious of the times named Crawford. It doesn't reflect that. You don't see that modesty, that sobriety, that seriousness on his part, because we are in crisis. Listen, Obi, baby Agana was saying.
Before you come there, I've heard the narrative say this same Jubilee House, a place when it was being built, the NDC then in opposition, lambasted the administration that built it. Ibikra kasemo debe nkukubu and now so why do you now show consent? Said the mona the farm who be as
Obi studio ha
yes.
So Mampenyi decided to be two about studio had the higher seat of government.
Yes.
Immediately
assume
this
the
studio
authority.
Ebe hallowed grounds. Untimin to tonase.
Asempa FM.
So when him so Mampenyi best studio ha everything will change.
Sure.
Unimza. Mojuma ifo ni bi kra ha mo munwura. Unimza. Yes. That is the number one gentleman of the land. Otu Abama no one to Abama no, he's a symbol of the country. He represents Ghana. So Nidia esefata say the man was here the man. Baby are onim penyin fo ne na pound for tena ebu Ghana, the seat of our authority. Ebedem yakoyes ade ne ye kan was yes no emre bi atwam how many years ago no bi yes ye wie yamfa anye nkukobu no ye the higher seat of government amampenya bako both NDC MPP hono matena di omujuma. So that issue is moot. The issue is kwan ben so na was say as oman ye ne empenyinfo kwan ben so na was say omo a omo kọ saa so ye ho no omo fa so di omujuma.
Okay.
Kwan ben na was omo fa so ye wo ho ede animunyam hyebe bagana enya de a wo beye na obi tie brochiri ba bia ana obi tie ne man so ba bia me madam for Nigeria ni bi o serious o say na mo pa mo nye serious ana na make mail betimi aba Lagos ana obi betimi akwa Abuja akwa yes ade we wo ogu man animu ase ye nya de sa se bi nyumtuni oba Ghana positive things ne ba aba Ghana no a create and I generate more money. Now, what the idea about who are saying
94.7.
What the idea? Because you know, or Bogana Basso or buy a chain or dog near the day. Nina ye. On your 24 for Bisu to house when you're my memra gane. Sort of point I mentioned. Nina F. But they say, yeah, my amount for the acquayate. Also, only so when you're the fault. And the deal moody nothing work out with video nephew. Timo be yakra magana hold on ide efino ye nya de sa de o maye no o entwe ye eye fere yakra enti enimu ya so mampanyin no pa onye me onya no problem but you see Ghana for hwe young people ni nyina hwe ye ma me ne papa mo no monte nyom na se a omo memburu no mo nyina lyrics no me say kura Eric download ma me Nsempa ko gina presidency akokeka obi menya jo se wo asempa FM kraba mobi aba be gina se Jay-Z kraba ma na ba record so lyrics no Pentecost elder ompene so what say ompene so na de ye mi hukura okay no de omo say fake tweet National Cathedral there no
no
a fake I just prayed say na nya no creo thank God say fake nti obi eto de bia wan fa bia anya seria we be to me kura enya moja bro so afam wu so sometimes we laugh but on a serious note no this is a serious matter and I think say I was see penny for her say e bi nye den in CP na me hwe madam for bi kura say na ende kamo masa akode kura nkotwa video ye campaign a waya mo man penye kufu ado ne MPP for okru hwe ana Batman Sammy so another the lumba mpo me say MPP for omo ba Ghana the wa bonyo mo e da mo pa e da de lumba so na sa nyom no omo nyina mo nkotwa ayi no ho me sure say omo no mo pa access to man penyi kro mo bebre we de wakọ o wa chen ye man penyi nti wasan so de nsa family kuma account shen kambu nika t-shirt we are Sunday a cameras ne aeroplane in Namium Twamfunyi. I mean, it's very dangerous. Because I thought it would be fun to say, oh, Ghana for more Pekasa. But look at the region we find ourselves. We are very close to the Sahel region. Well, instability, akoso. And Oman Penny Nazia or Kwaman on it, Aman Penny Bishia. That was our Kase, the Ekosu Burkina and Hagana. Basabasaya, Ekosu Burkina.
Yes.
Because I ben ye, Henano. So, Uncle Fui. We have national security reports na omani wo Ghana so and therefore in this Ghana you behave in a way say you weak sorry ya jeja anybody can take us for granted because that is say yes sir nipa bone for mo person mo destabilize your man no anko for you weak omo security we you who inside or say that you betumi aye BBC no you make sure say we will protect the sanctity of the presidency. It is not about the individual occupying it. It is about that office.
That office.
It means a lot to all of us.
We say, Obi, our nation's presidency was demeaned when John Mahama became a poster boy for CNN. Under the able leadership of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the Ghana Tourism Authority, the Diaspora Office, and other stakeholders, Ghana has become a holiday destination. One incident cannot be used to mar all the success stories so far. Our focus should certainly be on the greater strides. Brian Boaben Samuel Ewo Awoshi. And he attaches the picture of former President Mahama standing before the CNN logo to his message. We say, Obi, Sammy Gyamfi should give us a break. Exaggerating issues has been his hallmark. Ghana under His Excellency Nana Addo is better and safer than their regime with former President Mahama. Forget about your attempt to politicize issues. No such thing like an apology to the nation will be done by the president on this matter. Forget about it. Ejawusu, ewo goso, anyway, abraying. Obi, happy new year to you and a very special one to my national communications officer, Sammy G, Nicholas Yankee, ewo kwesi mintim the way abrainiko. Good afternoon to you. We say, Obi, good evening. I am a really die-hard core NPP person, but the truth must be told. The president should fire the state protocol officer for such disgrace. Why should we allow the guy?
Please.
Why should we allow this guy to shoot a video at the Jubilee House? the seat of the nation's presidency is not a mere venue like Accra or Kumasi Sports Stadium. It seems anything is possible in this country now. Indeed, I stand for the truth, nothing else but the truth. Mad Lion, Ewo Ahafo, Hidiem, Ede, We Abrain. We say, Obi, I would prefer the Jubilee House being turned into a studio for musicians than a poultry farm. Sometimes it's very sad to see people who said they would use this house for poultry farm crying over a musician using the place for a video shoot. Yao Marvin, Ewo Kwesi Mintim, Ede, We Abrain. Yao Marvin, thank you. And a very big good afternoon to you. Let me see. We say, Obi. Okay. Let me deal with some other messages now. Okay, PK wo Elembele. And PK in Elembele says, hi, Obi, a warm greeting to Sammy Gyamfi. First of all, did McMill purposely come to Ghana to shoot a video at a Flagstaff house, or as part of his visit, the whole idea developed? Why couldn't those security personnel at the presidency advise him to shoot his music video at places like in Zulezo for my folks there to cash in and promote Ghana's places of tourism? Now, how significant is the content of McMill's video to the nation? Now, we've all seen how Jankroma Akufo-Addo can let Ghanaians forget about haircuts to discuss McMill in the early weeks of 2023. PK Ewo Elembele. Sammy, there is this other issue, and you've hinted the state of the economy. I've received messages, and I believe someone's what to be. Some saying, say, a broken economy cannot be an economy within which Ubi Krabiti me worry, not to talk of do a mega wedding. You've heard that, no?
Yeah. If you say, Ubia or an elementary understanding of economics and economy.
Yes.
Because I say, kase economy be abwa on my sikasem agency.
Asempa FM 94.7.
It's got nothing to do with our issues now. Those trivial issues. A serious matter. Ya wonyema ye jina so. Ede kasa asem no. Obi say o your mind na wo car wo de e mene wo e be drum pompon so a untumi ntua wo ka ne biem. What are you? Say we a company. You be kasa wo ye den e opoto kasa.
Distressed company, of course.
In fact, the appropriate word would be insolvent. That is a company I want to be in your day.
In Trianeka.
Uye unipa da senia. Abruchiria, you because we are bankrupt. You will declare bankruptcy. What's the point I'm trying to say? So a whole Ghana you will see and then those trivial issues. These are serious issues. Officially, Ghana Omampenye Akufo-Addo na bedi achire Alhaji Bawumia Omampenye no ne maame nuaba Kenuforiata o hwe omansi kasam so Omagye atum say Ghana is now insolvent because Omagye atum say Ghana ye dum pompon so a ye ka ye de no ye ntumi ntua. Obi, that is the seriousness of this matter. And this is the first time in the last 50 years, 50-year history of this country, yet TBB said that.
So
50 years
for debt suspension.
Not the so. Ye drum pempenswa, ye ka ye dear, ye declare se ye into me.
Yeah, but some kind finance ministry statement now, they've asked for the suspension of our debt repayment obligations.
Say no a potokasa na how can you pay say? What can you
so,
pay
for some time? You start here to later.
What could you be busia? So, it be a mama and then your friend of bilateral transactions. It be agencies, organizations, commercial facilities. It be so ye ankre. So, Ghana for this year, or my bo Ghana by busia. It be a brofo. Omodi omusika o mo abrenya aba ban ne busia. And I want you one aye contrage. Say, she ne say musika amaji. afibia mema mo insihu 20%. Metua no mprinu. Busumi nsua pusumi nsia. Na emfie miensa echi no. Na metua insihu na wie. Sika meje ye no so na me dia ma e principal no metua. Contractor woni nipa na ye no. Ebi de emre beso e wosen ka ban tua won sika ma won 2023 mu. Aban say why me de woka se me be ball bosia teku ana asempoa. Na afi we mu na emra so e wose me di sika ma no sika ne me nya na me dia ma.
Asempa FM.
Mo afi we mu hwe ni mu se mabɔ me bosia na e wose me betua nsihu ma mo no. Mo twen kwa because me ni nsihu bi a me de ma mo. So this is a clear case of insolvency.
But me de be ma mo later after some time.
Or say yensi or say me krado say say mo pa mo mra ne ni nkomo na echiri metua de ama mo. Mekaba what's it but okay. The point is that as we speak aban need to be ntuaneka. So as we speak we are insolvent. As we speak we are bankrupt. And this is the first time in the last 50 years in the history of Ghana yakote bia bi mu say 50 years no kwa ma menche mu say hwe eto de bia yakasa champon ye ntua policy ono no ye kutu champon or ye soja ni under the NRC regime obeje oman no and o say omampanyi a no di kan nkroma ne amampanyi a hodo bia mo ba after him buzi anom abobo bosia bia katahyehe ne proye ne dwirim wom na mremu no fraud is a vitiating factor. Enti bosi aga na abo bia katahyehe ne dwirim ne proye wom no ono ontua osese ye no na ye papa nkroma nko abosi a waje from Britain companies be $90 million so ontua so the end of the aka so say omoma na mre that one and the scene and a difference that was a repudiation of debt. To repudiate a contract they say we default on nyepe default on the would you to say would you be ka waje ne bosia kwampaso eye kai was a butua but we misika na would be tuya but the champon you know the greater part of it largely was a repudiation of our debt say me munimpa say na that was his claim because I mean but his claim was that munimpa say sa Ghana yaman penyufo no moba before him no man fa kwampaso na jeje say sika no o man fa anye bibi papa bia nti fraud ne katahyehe ne proye wo mo man follow Ghana brand mintua. That is not what is even happening now. Even buzia penso a okoje moratorium say ye man emre kakra and okra was on just bilateral loans. Ghana ka ye de amama to say US Germany ne de keka ho and ne de ekoso yi enyepe. This one is not just about a car Ghana de amama ana ye de agencies and companies and corporations, but even Ghana for adeshia Ghana for ma or ma ye adwuma sam o mani mu fifre businessmen, teachers. What point I mention na say omaboabo musika no a ono de akoto aban bond oto aban bond de kire say wabo aban ne bosia omu nyina na aban ne say untimi ntua wonka. And so this is a very very serious matter. Now obi there na aban ne say wa ubo me bosia emre da bosia ne ho e wo say me di tua usika ma no ebeso afi we mu 2023 no me pesa woti ase say usika no eye principal no usika na nkasa me beje ese fa say me je ho 1 million Ghana this year na wo say nka me do 1 million Ghana ma wa ubenya sika no 2032 in 10 years time and I me dey betua usika ti sika no for the next 3 years mintua ka prekra ma 3 years wan kasa wo pe usika 2023 aban se menfa principal ma enso kamera so wo se kodema 2023 2024 se menfa ma 2025 o se menfa ma obesate atua free 2026 and also no utua no sope and 15% and 17% and they say sa no betua no sope dia ma no and also sate so utua o the 7 years ne betua usika na ma o usika no on share no you are going to lose about 80% of the value of that money by the time you get that money back. Dear, sika ma ben yi bosia. What are buying bond? And a Ghana from pim na make omo wazem you. Ono ebre da ni bosia no so no ebia ebe so next year eko. it was a bank to the principal de mano no owura ba wumia wakwa fasa enyama boni nyina ba nam na mamu boni ntino ene ken uforiata say would ye agese wo ma omu 15 years 2037 ansa na wo usika na yetua wie ediama wa usika obi na de ya wo mu kura ne say ye na usika boten no kura ne ye say 10 years or 15 years ansa na wonsaka enanka hunsi hu no beba senka obefa ne sa because companies bebre wo ho a waye adwuma ba ko waye mienu wanya mfaso odi sika no koto bank savings eda ho eluzu ne value because inflation ebetimi akosro cd ne betumi depreciate nti wo bankers nyina be advice say ada na mfa sika no nto treasury bill ana won fa nto bond wo de bo aban bose a wo benya nsihu ho nti de bia no wo betumi kura yusu nsihu na tua wa adwuma yefo ka wo betumi yusu nsihu no de bia wadwuma mu wo betumi yusu nsihu no so wo ye obatan wo betumi de tua wo school fees wo betumi de ahwefie wo betumi de aye bibia esi wani so apesa wo de ye na wo de bo obra nti sansihu no na omo bo aban bo so omo de ye omo bibiara obi yare sika wo de toni nuro sansihu no obi ne yere nyem ne yere be wo de ode be hwe ne ma de ode be to diapers nyina sansihu na so nipa lives obi zo temase sansihu no so no owura ba womia ne kenoforiata ne kufu ado aban yi say
94.7
2023 afia yesimi wo was aban etua nsihu ma obi a no 2023 ye be ma 0 hwe yentua kapreba na efri 2024 de say na wo nsihu a wo deserve no per agreement a oni aman won ye 20% impo a ye be ma 5% ye decide say no ye betua o party ase o parliament ase ba 5% ye betua 2024 this year de hwe 2025 econo ye be ne 10% aban na no atena demu what say o man nisi kasem nyina wie no ababe impose this on bondholders omo boni o maye nyina ne so mo boga na bosia se yemfa nye mpuntu ne yetimi de mpuntu no ho faso atua wonka mo sika ni nyina de wo ka kire omuni na ban we what is the difference between we and a men's good obi
aban say ohun the impact of this policy, you know, ain't why exempt some other, financial product amount for the music him, where he treasury bills a theme, where he fixed deposit a theme, and canena pensions, but as you may pensions a theme. Is that not a government who feel say no, if I do this the way I wanted to do it initially, it will affect so many people. Let me exclude some classes of people.
They did kind crowd. Yen to classes are exemptions here. Okay, my
yes.
Are they doing anybody a favor? What Jemisika? What bomb bosia? Betia was and can no namu you 94.7 and there was a mituamoka. And I make us say do nina and yadia menyesika tuamoka. But they say me yimi and say be a few more dear Mary Nemetia. Ain't he monfanesa? The argument in a wumikino. What yesika? Ye ni pedu was a utia case where you back could be a free one of the Obetuan candidates and they all catch their crowd would diatem. You're not doing anybody any favor. Oh, you sue Bosiani ya. Adena, unko one Ghana by a wabba bosia. Ye papa ko for bebo bosia, utiae. Ye papa John Mahama bebo bosia, utiae. Ye papa Tamils bebo bosia, utiae. Adeno mampenye kufuado neba wumia, kenuforiata munko bebo bosia, omusio munchia. Na waba beka chese me yi bini mu afiri mo de me 20 mo a mintua musika ma mo fa ne sa. Those who have been exempted are just a fraction of the bond market, both primary and secondary. Dodo ona be suffer both domestic and external. In any case, obi anya no kura say T-bill no me ye firi mu sa o. Me say aban we o ka say mo a kire wa na wetie ni mienu. Omo ka kire parliament say treasury bills nka ho. Ba wo agreement na omo frɛ no so called debt exchange agreement na banks no FFF bondholders omo mesin sign na disclaimer shemu unya hwubi o disclaimer shemu say treasury bill ne kra no anhwe ya wo chena ba womi ada sore na adwen ye ne se wonfa nka ho mo de beka ho. So it is not an unconditional total exemption. You can go to sleep say ye joman panyin ne ba womi ane akufo adodi emma. It is a 58-page document, and I will read the relevant portion to you when it comes to you kind of say treasury bill. But say the invitation to exchange as defined below will expire at 4 p.m. on 16 January 2023. Such time. Okay, let me just read the important relevant portions. You must read the following disclaimer before continue. Also, the following disclaimer applies to the attached document. Following this page, you are advised to read blah blah blah, and then they come to. Obi, I'll get a relevant portion for you when you go for the break. It's a huge document, about 58 pages. But I want just the portion that says that treasury bills enkawe, but it can be brought back. Okay, I'll read that portion to you. So that is the point I want to make about the treasury bill. The other point about the pensions. Initially, no moka home. Ena edwuma yefo se mode ye ka ho a moka se ye pensions a pension funds e de abo aban bosia no. Se na be yo benya ho nsi ho na ye kɔ pension a umetumi amaye akwanje sika papa pension papa no. Se moka se eno so muntua a ene ye nyina doctor for se be ko strike we see be ko strike and aban ne omuko ye meeting nti putupuru and aban ne so we ate ase ye be yi mo firim na mmom e wo se ye dwen ho ne ye kwan a ye ka na se ye ntumi ntua no ye betumi atua. How we should explore options e betumi bring your debt no to sustainable limits. Asem na chere say it means say they have not forgotten about it. They have still placed a certain burden on them. So, yeah, na aje bosia na dia wi ahye sika no. Afa dia ye pese mu hu se ye yi mu afiri mu dia ba moma ye nsim konwa na ye hwe kwan a ye betumi afa so ama ye yi mu afiri mu a sa sika na ye kofa ebi arithmetics no mo ye no ye yi mu afiri mu a ye kwa konwa na wo he na ye dia ba behim. Because tebia na yakomu no omo ankasa ban ne say they will need 6 to 10 years ansana Ghana itimi afiri saa amra donko a owura ba womia na yakufo adode akwakotom ni mu e kire se ye kana amene ye na ye ntimi ntua no we need about 6 to 10 years ansana ye kana obroni se aba sustainable limit aba level a amama nyina agitum se de Ghana ka bibia ye ewo no eye omubetumi etua ho ka 6 to 10 years. So this is not a small problem. Obi, me issue ne say, why or how did we get here? That is why that is what Ghana ni awutie mi bia na we say we bisa ho. Because ye papa Mahama ni NDC wa konwa so 2016 ya ye fra konwa so na Ghana ni sa te bia we mu. In fact, say wutie de na o mampenye kufu ado ka o say e be take Ghana 6 to 10 years ansa na Ghana yakote bia na Mahama abreso ye wumu no. Because Mahama abreso na Ghana ye debt to GDP de ye katoto
okay Mahama abreso na okay before 2020
or my benchmark no. The target is to achieve debt to GDP of 55%. And they are saying they can achieve that after 2028 or from 2028 or by 2028 going, which is 6 years from 2022. Or more announce so sad. What am I say? And I may just say, yeah, Mahama Brazil 2016, no, not that level, no, you're saying as against you see Kenya, or you Kenya, another to 2 you see Kenya was or my say. Now, yes, 55%, no, 55.9, which is what they are now aspiring to achieve in 10 years. Into you, Mahama Tiakunyaso or buy was a car na Ghana de around 34 billion. Ofra Kunyaso na 120 billion. But be 84 billion e beto so no. Say suku adanya o bebere community day senior high school si. Say asupitisa obetumi akire bebere in all the regions. Say airport obetumi akire bebere eyedwa eya kwa impuntuo factories. They say tuabo gas etumi atua bosia mpo a yekoje de beyeye nanso otan hunu nti ura alaji bawumia mampenya be de akire oni o mampenya kufuado ene MPP fo twa yewura mahama dapa so pa no dinatem oni mamamuo omo number oye incompetent Ghana ya ye mobododo yeti sika so welcome de yen enisi ye bobosia bebresa ye ba ne ambeba bosia bɔ akɔfom samre no na ye papa mahama baby ode Ghana kaba bedru no 120 billion pe ye debt to GDP no 56% ye mfa ne sample wo ba ye na wo so ba be ye ni ye mfiensie ni ene ye ka atwam 500 billion 500 billion na je za monko ano mo di over 380 billion aka Ghana ka.
And they've told you Neoma are contributed to sa jump in the debt accumulation levels, no? Omama all the things, and they've even said, say, if you paint the picture the way you painted it now, you're misleading because some of the projects are na moye, and as a project be almost start here, are na ye loan project, no? They have had to bear the burden of those loans. Mono atria. And how would they pay those loans back? Than to do smart borrowing, get money, and pay.
But now the cap. Now Bobu Sientu Yasa Kana, Okakosro by 380 billion.
No, sir, Omo Bosia Fentria can come on Bobusia be the iron. Sure.
Governance is a continuum.
Sure.
A bang be anywhere, Obedia Kumya.
Sampa FM 94.
A bang be anywhere, Obedia Kumya. A told be cry. A bang be Kwaje Bosia. But the Obeba Yusu Bosia na ye jumani ya ban foforo. NDC ye Kwaje Bosia bebria. They say Pokwas interchange Bosia. Edo mama ban eje. Eye ho parliamentary approval. E won hihye ho drawings bibia. But Bosia na the of Yusu the project ni ye. Omampenye Kufuado aba.
Into omo na etua ho ka. It becomes part of their
the
debt.
Same way a President Kufuor Kwaje Bosia ebeye buidamwa. Oye drum pemponsuo bi. But NDC aban and be pay sika to aso wie ye etu asa aka the same way. The same way a President Kufuor di kan kwa mansan dwa so ekoje Eurobond $750 million.
Sure.
Na President Mills be to say sika ne kakra yusu ye e President Mahama ne pay sika e de tu ye. So ni say President Mahama ekono no wa bofutuo bi ato sinking fund. Okoje Bosia ne last Eurobond oje ye $750 million or the $250 million got two sa for two nim say hey President Kufuor je Bosia bi Eurobond emras be so e wasi yetua me yo mampanyi papa me dwiri nchirima ho na me dwi o man ni wunti no me dwiri ahwekan awu say sesika ye be da etua nti Bosia na o mampanyi Mahama kwaje no 2016 no Eurobond no ko betumi adi no hwa dia ye campaign allowance for monye police monye mo amopa katua muntumu monye na wadi ni hwa no e de awe ni aba no President Mahama ka say no ye de be sika na beto futuo mu asie ye lusu abampo enye hwe na emre so a Ghana enye sika tua saka no. So this is not the only government our bobusia tua bi ka, that is sanity. But under all these governments no be anywhere can ye den emene no mani bedu mpompon so a wentumi ntua. The reason why our debt has crossed 500 billion and debt to GDP is around 100%. Na ka mene ya yentimi ntua ye ka ne se uraba womia ne kenu foriata ne o mampenye Kufuor ne MPP fuwe omu be di akonwa no omu hu se eya kwanya se omu de bepe won hu anya enye se ye je Bosia ye japade e bebo man no ye mo Bosia ni bebre se ne be ya ye benya so mfaso ne ne yasefo aye yetam na Ghana for the akori abo.
But how do you sustain this argument?
How I sustain that ne say President Kufuor ne di kan e de Ghana call amansendwa so Eurobond market me kwaje $750 million.
94.7.
Ye papa John Mahama baye no nenam say sam na Ghana ye economy ni gina brand because 2011 yeah discover oil growth 14.4%. Even before that na growth 8%. 2010 2016 growth yeah economy ni bibia buoyant.
2016 growth was not that good.
2012 South Africa good. Okay. That time no say President Mahama take mid of power mid of 2012. This time no ye kwasi ye kwaji Eurobond. All the time check your bond issuance ni were oversubscribed. Che say ya kwasi ye kope Bosia $750 million. And so yetiminya over 1 billion. And I'm saying the focus was not on borrowing to profit from it. You know, Setekpe any Yura Mahama any or my opinion for under NDC because there be on one my baby the the only bonds we took was $1 billion and $750 million. The last Euro bond I called $750 million. It was oversubscribed. Yenya over $1.3 billion. Google it. And I fresh take and I Euro to forcing. Yenya over $1.3 billion. Investors say jemo economy ni diama ye nimse mu betimi atua. E just am oil or water. Even with all the challenges in 2015 and 2016, our bonds were oversubscribed by close to 100%. But President Mama said no. Even though you were election year, we PCK campaign. You fa on many dachi in this agrono. You bet you only $750 million near Genobi. About $200 million na President Mahama de Koto Ghana Investment Infrastructure Fund. And no $250 million no de Koto sinking fund. Musi Enfentua President for first Eurobond. Bosnia $750 million. And no be near the support budget in the years and puntu be bringing na. But about we be see so no. Look at the rate at which President Mahama was going to the bond market. $750 million, $1 billion. Omo de omo ba ni de bi omo no manu mabie. Omo na omo pesika no omo ni omo asefo edi na afebo. Enti omo ankasa na yekopa bosia wa manse dwa so a omo ankasa na di animu ma yekoje. Transaction advices. Kenoforiata na oye omampanyi ma menua ba na ohwe o maisi kasem so no. Ono ni company ono anete ye data bank. Company ni nyamfa so a ne dia. No asanso appointed company ne say digan ni yenkoje bosia.
Yeah, but Mahama de na oka ye nyina no data bank was in there.
Masa, was he in a position of conflict of interest? That time what was their share, their market share of the market, but no more market share, you say.
Time being.
Sa mampenyi Mahama Breso na o say no mutimi kobi no. They were a group of transaction advisors. And for some of the issuance they were parts. But there were many others, and then many others in a way. Some renona Black Star Insurance. Na e wa enfa. Na ye company that said they are you as the Kadungo can e sheni mutu. Black Star Brokerage. Na Kenoforiata data, but what was their worth? What was their market share? Na Juma do was na normal. Ye kakra bi. Market share no 10% impo. But ono be ye finance minister no what take over bibia. Ti ekwaje bosia. This is the same Charles Adubuan here. No, ye Minister of State in charge of finance. Ye yinedi because ya chen say oh ye dream kata je proye or je appearance fees in the name of the vice president. Say or they call who person who ye businessman na person who ba wumia bribe ho a ye je no. $250,000. Sika kesi yonko. Omo nu me biento mu wie sika na.
The case is under investigation. Omo wie no might not be an appropriate.
Sika be na now what you say be na.
No, but that case is under investigation.
Ya be feeling Gadochi on video.
Oh please. Please.
Maza.
Sammy.
Even today, listen.
Yes.
Obi.
Yes, me too.
And then ya tell kura wo krumu police for because the matter is under
investigation.
Absolutely. Until
you know how to frame it and how you are saying it.
Until ya tell you na ye nyang fa ne court on fa ne ntumu no onye kronfo.
No, a suspect.
Masa, you have been caught on tape. Dia damu dia say alleged. But one who say work as a
you are an officer of the law.
That is not even my focus. But these are the people omudi on my name. And President Mahama kwaje $750 million. No more kwaje first bond kwaje Canada $2.25 billion. One level no de koye no. But yeah, I'm cross $1 billion though. First was the Templeton bond. Okay, Frankly Templeton, 2.25 billion cedis. A free war averagely, they were doing $2 to $3 billion every year. Why that jump? It is a catch show say the entire normal Bosia Bebrebe was because of Pesamin Kumunya Sika normal part. That is it. Because the more they borrow,
the jump not be because when they took over, they had a number of ambitious projects they implemented at the same time, which all required funding. In the way free SHS, so all the promises they made, and they wanted to start all of them at the same time.
Billions of dollars and the consumption.
consumption ben.
Na free SHS na yede.
No, na say free SHS and there were other projects.
Like what?
They promised 1D, 1F.
Now 1D, 1F, you Eurobond sika no mo there.
No, the American say.
Now the corona yes.
That's so fair. Eurobond bosi ankwa no maji.
But me right now, remember other ones. No, so say project specific loans here we can talk about it.
Sure.
Me see Eurobonds now mo koje you know. Somebody President Mahama nya kwenya ko no so betumi dia $2 billion ni. But and now say what's here keep your debts no within a certain acceptable sustainable threshold into no. No share ne ho so say about so mpo emra so a meji 750 pe. Or just wa or the yard papa. Enkoye e carbon ma oman no wo obaye no wo ko more than double obi je 1 billion 750 wo je 2 billion 3 billion dollars wo je sika no so won fa nya de papa bia on fa bi kransie.
But how do you sustain the argument so won fa nya
nobody ya de papa keka na me
bond no you go to parliament you tell parliament what every dime will be used for.
No.
To say so
no, it's not like that. No. Eurobond is all like that.
No. By Eurobond, you cannot just go and take it and because
they take
national
it for
debt
budget support, so they will add it to their revenue projections.
Yeah, but budget support is used to do something. No,
and I make us say, some of the year papa.
Yes.
Yes. Pa. And can they say we insolvent? No. President Mahama kwaje Bosnia every China for CDB guy. Sure. Or the $1 billion could see a 12 gas processing plant. 94.7. Because na Ghana ujaframa ya krana na doso dodo ya krefi Nigeria West African pipeline na jaframa ni for say ene ko fa dum so ba ni so guy nti o say ya yenya factory betumi ama ya gas a ye hia na yetumi anya nkani a wo Ghana no mo yenya na ga or the $1 billion na ye ene $300 million anka fi bia ye ba ko kra gas na ka Ghana atu abusika nko mo generate bosia no akakakra na etu awie bosia president Mahama kwaje ya no akakakra na etu awie de je bosia de ye no Ghana Airport Company under the leadership of John Mahama omoje bosia e de ye terminal 3 unim sika de Ghana Airport Company omutu aka no what is say obaby e kwaje bosia no bosia omobaba be CZ airport because bosia na intimi ntua e BOOT project ayeye no water port na the biggest in West Africa MPS terminal won wadwuma create won sika de ba and in a very short period of time e ba be Ghana there Ameria ye koje bosia and I say ye BOT arrangements say investor bi emfa ni sika mre plants over a certain period e ba be then enye Ghana japade. That is what visionary leaders who care about their people, who think about the country do. So they they went on a reckless borrowing and spending spree. And that is why the public debt has ballooned from 120 billion to 500 billion. And yet, and that is why the debt to GDP has moved from 56% to now about 100%. Omut bobosian recklessly amedu baby kran omukọ bobosian. No masans wa to kenki omukọ just say omumo obi ka dokono ma omo na ya no wa echi aka ho na ya toto drinks akese dokono ne Hennessy enye MPP fo aka minim say dokono kra na de de boso ye Hennessy na champagne finance ministry
Hennessy
hey Remy Martin omukenke party no mo yen Remy Martin Hennessy ene mo wet to say sa ensan bode no eno no mo de ye kenke en wache party e shi sikani nyina kwa yet they came to power say yet sika so come there in this year bobosia the money is here but we me say wa ye adwuma wo Bank of Ghana da Ghana credit this year bobosia bebre ye rotos tobu to ye kwan so a ye betumi de agigi sika ye Ghana kwa nyina hia kra say ye bobosia. That was allergy bawumia and our hefa. So Obi, this is the situation we find ourselves in. Now, the yasu woman say, ya didn't come on no. So what this is the last government I was seeking Bibisa under them because Omonia buy omutia ye pa omenye sika cha ban bia Ghana bakosem. And the man ye no. Because a champion no be ye ntua no na brezo na Ghana ye discover oil. So what am I say? A buy we there, unlike any government in the history of Ghana, omenya 3 oil fields. Omubedi akonya na economy ni jina na so. The economy was projected to grow by 8% in 2017. Because I Mahama buying this cash oil and gas sector nimu amenya 2 additional oil fields 10 and Sankofa. And my oil and gas sector ni grew by 84% in 2017. Nemenya a growth of 8%. Inflation and 50.3%. You can inflation and on the susu di pompon so anyama bo kosoro no. Mahama economy 15.4%.
94.7.
Your Ghana cedi na depreciate by 54% in only 10 months. In 2022 last year yano. Na 2016 Mahama ekwa say nyema nye. Na cedi na depreciate only 9.6%. This is a time where na yenya global economic crisis because oil emma man sika no ne bo wa mansa dwa so abafo enti sika na ye pay free oil mu nyina no 2015 yenya oil bo ba from below $50 obi me bo gold bo ba from cocoa bo ba from enye me ma Ghana sika nyina na mansa dwa so ebo ne tete ba from boom 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 Ghana ni sika. And so President Mahama, inflation is 2016 15.4%, depreciation 9.6%. And your interest rate here and 30 to 40%. And they under Uraba Wumia MPP 4 years and who did this say we are simuyan saying the deal with the share. Inflation was interest rate was 20, 25%, 26%. Obi what point I'm trying to say. Na your economy, your power crisis in Mahama solve we was solve crime and abroso. In Kenya na kura buso. In Kenya dundodum was solve. Gas wa maye atuabo gas processing plant. Obi and he there dekra wo say na president Mahama yes anyema we nyina with zero financing from the central bank. Chere say wa ma central bank of Ghana am printed one cedi kura ma no. When say by 2016 na Ghana are buying under president Mahama yenye one cedi note mpu from Bank of Ghana say muntwe sika ma ne yemfa nyo man no. Zero financing from the central bank. We did all these things. Sounds the oil fields me you come home. Dear Ed the crown is a president Mahama sounds my woman for sinking fund. Medical can was him. Sika them President Kofo Eurobond no time about the swam you to your time was one move into ya. Was sounds we jaya for 2 yam fanyam puntu nyuma Ghana Investment Infrastructure Fund. We jaya stabilization fund. President Mosa Breswa you started say you to your oil no. Or say your oil sikana, your tony and yasikana, my ye nina yamfa 21% being cut off for 2 bi mu a epebreba ahokyere ba na Ghana fo kwa yiyihia mu a ye de be so omanfo asene ye kono na sika da mu kwa $250 million obi so kai say covid ba ya aban we ho kyere no sa foto ni mu na omampenye kufu adodi kan kokofa sa sika no about 1.2 billion cedis every mu. So he left you all these buffers, and like my senior brother Franklin Kujo of Imani said in one of his interview, all what was required was for this government to protect the gains the Mahama government had made with sensible policies. The next was what we say. Ombe bo enyema pa na President Mahama di egu akwam no ho ban na oma build on that. And then must say bibia.
But that's where they tell you, sir, the records show. So omu take you over from 2017, 2018, 2019 on the average. We experience here a growth of 7-8%, sometimes 6%, and that was a jump from 3.4, 3.6. But for COVID and subsequently Russia, Ukraine, they would have made some very good gains. I didn't accept this narrative. And here, question 1. Number 2, so you're on the
deal with one in here.
Maybe. Number 2 here on the oil fields na okaho asem no and also the Public Revenue Management Act na and how you use proceeds from oil. In fact, I was going through PIAC for a report for 2021, and the PIAC report says in 2021 Ghana's share as a carried participating interest from oil production, all the fields, $519 million. Out of the total of 3.4 billion free oil mu ebaye asomai yenya just $519 million. Inti really you might look at you were 3 oil fields, but because of the agreement and everything we go into, no, what really comes out from your oil?
House, I mean, first one and
sure.
Second question.
Second
question. Sure. Now the 3 oil fields is swadia. And they say President Mahama there was a Ghana for a bookish near Swan also. because he had only Jubilee fields. Some oil on a tour daily on average, 30 to 40,000 barrels a day.
Yes.
And they do oil do a year to know. I cost through to over between 150 to 180,000 barrels a day. Obi mewa. On average. And President Mahama oil sikana na wonyano. Even in terms of the quantum, the quantity. Ya cost through times 3. Sikana swa cost through times 3. President Mahama was not allowed to make excuses. Ononu jaya inflation of 15.4%. Ojaya depreciation of 9.6%. A public debt of 120 billion, debt to GDP of 56%. Sustainable. Economy odija no so yesi onima mamu ye incompetent. Alaji ba omi okrom ha. Ohu Mahama so incompetent da. Ono oba oni ni solid team. Alancheman team nyina aka ho. Omo na eba be magana be ye krabehwe na yesika tumpon from. Mo ba ye mumuti ayeye. President Mahama the oil fields no mienu kra ka mo ho nya miensa. Sika na President Mahama abreso ye nya free oil mu no mo nya no mo ho be enan. Na breso na mansen bia so oil bo wo form no mo ba ye amansen bia so oil bo no akosoro. Last year sika mo budget so mo be nya free oil mu no mo nya boro ya na meboa. They got a lot of win for profits. They no money na so kro mu nyae. So how can anybody now begin to talk about the agreement now? It is not an excuse.
No, but the point is, yes, Ghana produces oil, but if we are not careful, we hammer that point about oil production. But really, what we get from oil is nothing.
Hey,
and that's my
something,
point.
Pa.
Really?
It is something, pa.
519 million.
That is, we'll figure waka. I will have to
that's
double check.
2021, yes.
But even if it is 590 in Ghana cedi terms, I say, Fabra Ghana cedis. If you say you can see Kaketwa, do you know the number of schools they can build? Unim hospitals a bit to me,
because my point would be that what goes into a GDP calculation and contribution of oil and gas into GDP now, 3.4 billion, which is the total from oil. You get it. But in terms of Sika, ABF anymore.
And I'm saying,
just
since when I'm analysis.
But that's no, but it started from since 2000.
Let me just say, President Mahama Brasona near say, incompetent economy, when the indicators were far 10 times better than they are today. No, now analysis we win. And then among who's a Ghana oil near said, Jessica Papa be free. And I'm even disputing that Sikana yenye free oil ne yesikapa. Udi say Sikano ma soja mamu ne bedi Ghana so kutu e champo munya say sikeni bia ke bia Ghana me ye krabewe.
94.7.
In just a matter of 6 years, aban we nya over 550 billion in total revenue. Aban me nya say sikeni bida. All governments from Nkrumah
550 billion
cedis.
Okay.
All government from Nkrumah to John Mahama, oka omusika omunyina betena konya so omenya bomu a enuru sa. Omampenye kufuado ne ba womianko enya sika no in 6 years. Usieswa. The problem we are faced with is not a revenue problem. Yes, we can talk about our challenges with revenue. The issue has to do with bad leadership. Sikana ye nyusu ni ya ye dini basa no. Sikana omaye ne basa. Irobonsi bosia bebrebe o ma bon unim transaction advisor fees nko akenu foriata wetu amano through data bank unim de charge dubu an nko amaje. The last time we calculate na over 154 million Ghana be 1.5 trillion
94.7
just say ono na dwuma nyina na say we dig Ghana nim Eric o say ye papa wa wo so ko yes adwuma nim just say na adwuma we de wo dig Ghana ba nim ekohwehwe bosia na waji percentage. Also na we minister now we take the decision on whether we borrow or not and how much we borrow. And but, people defend this.
But you only decide which transaction advisor.
He decides. Now, when the finance minister
no,
is
it's
the
the
one
bank.
who decides.
It's the BO.
Oh, please, Jai.
There is a team at the. Let's say you know.
Masa,
it is not him. Please,
Sammy.
We are educating the public.
He decides. Oh, Masa. So that is the point I am making here. Omanya sikachen will be a enti se President Mahama will little. Timi yesam puntu many nyina achieve usanye many nyina e de sa economy na ye projected to grow by 8%. Inflation was 15.4 a year. All the buffers I have mentioned nyina mamwa. Why do you destroy everything? Obi unim agric sector grow for 2022. Agric na MPP communicators no more better no mu diatem.
Planting for food and jobs.
Some catch us say amamu enye kasa. Cause say ene de on say etie for behwe a minim obi be kasa ma warranty na ene obi ama me kwa ma me flu sa no. But the truth of the matter is obi ankasa no wo de ye bo ma ye wo hu sensem bebrebe na ye ba na ye ka no ma ye nka no obi sa ye question no so ya no wo hu say ye no kre. Obi me catch us say amamu enye kasa. Amamu enye sloganeering. Yenya challenges with agric in 2016. Yeah, corner agric sector growth 2.7%. MPP for D attempt say ni mama mo.
Asempa FM.
Omo na ba no mo ye one village one dam akuafo benya nsuo egu omo no ba yeso ayo omo fuo. Ye planting for food and jobs. Ye twa wonwum nyina. And 2022 growth for agric sector 0.7%. Do you believe it? 0.7% agric. Manufacturing. Very critical. Here, chain. Most of the sectors for emerging or developing economies like ours. Because say you say economy no fan into my pefra. In the Juma ya de here. The yankasa so Ghana yetumi yen wo ye maimu. A yen kokra na manone. Say na be yesikanke ye de ba kokra na be ka Ghana. The manufacturing is very important. President Mahama Eco na manufacturing sector no grew by 7.9% 2016. MPP for the attempt say enima mamu omo beba omo na aye one district one factory and ye miracles abuaje beba no kita less e bi kra wo ha book kakraka and then 1D1F ni nyina achi unim the growth for manufacturing sector. Dina lunch maintain the person meeting the din kura. Ono the terminal results no say we beat by we beating 1 mark pe.
Aden.
Why which is a solid team no na why we which is last but one. But we area ono the di on the wo ba we pam pe. Ye the industry ashaunsa. Growth for 2016 7.9, 2022 growth for we the jaya we dey resign here say 4.5. Everything is retrogressing. Omo the Ghana koye chi 10 years. Also, almost even to come to where Mahama left this government in terms of our debt to GDP, they will need 6 to 10 years. That is where we are. Now, to narrow down on the debt restructuring so that we can talk about other issues. Obi, me problem.
If I want to see where no so in 2 minutes, man.
Oh, carry in 5 1. Me problem power with the debt restructuring, they say. And it is not restructuring. Me per se you be friend restructuring. And the reason is simple. Me the worker affair Mra so say we say me tuaka 2023. And I say oh, me tuansi hu.
0.7.
Nemom sika no boten ankasa sika na ankasa the principal no e bia ma me mfie mienu nka ho na me ntuama wa. Metumi akasa e debt restructuring. But say wunsi hu eye wo a wusika asika na senga de koye business bi aka ubenya so mfaso na wo de abo aban bosia na wo sa aban de nsi hu ma ye wa wusika na aban se ma fa for the whole of 2023 me ntua ma on there your friend no expropriation obi uni expropriation so your lawyer
your lawyer be pacho
law student so uni expropriation article 20 of the constitution just say aban o ye patapa na yes ade no de patapa jiwusika article 20 frowns on such forms of compulsory acquisition. Unu za Ghana obi a right to own property including money. It is a wo ji obi sika ye wo mrakwan wo say wo yeden wo fa so wo betumi agye only in the public interest for the sake of public safety, public order, public health.
Now that is where the nation
wakobo bosia na wo de atwa wanum spelele di bia to ato kenke party anom champagne wo di bia charter private jet akese mo use sika ne basa no na me sika wo say wo de mame no wo take unilateral decision, the arrogance of it mintua what Jimmy sika by force what bomb kron na one cry say no dey the customers. We have now seen who the real Ponzi people are. Bonds of we shooting now were just Ponzi schemes calculated to defraud the people and deprive them of their lifetime savings.
But the words you are using, Sammy.
What is a Ponzi scheme?
No, hold on.
Where's Ben? You say okay, where the chrono?
In the a Ponzi scheme, in the sense, a Ponzi scheme bar, na say company ne kwa here more. Nobody pays.
Until say I'm one say yeah man time. Now your man the time and the Juma good for car. Say you cannot no. What be question? No. Me say.
Let me finish asking
no. Me say one to say.
Let me finish asking my question. Right. When there is a statement that waludu to Bayama timelines within which to pay the money, it cannot be said to be
what is Syria? What now timelines no more breach and ya Bayana the buy. What is Syria default to that? Uni mamaya o me default January. Be 2023 next year no masanso we default humbida. They have just given you guarantees and you check the agreement that instrument to break by read the relevant portions. Your Security and Exchange Commission SEC say they cannot vouch for anything Ken Ofori-Atta has said or represented in the debt exchange instruments, you know. And they just abide say me de woka minti ya ni sisi ya ma memre. Brani enya contract foforo contract ne de be wunu mabobo so but aban aso ye adwuma yeku a ewo tumi say hwe sa bond enwuma nyina so Security and Exchange Commission no Ken Ofori-Atta nankasa ni chocho mucho neti wo o say we issue disclaimer say they don't take responsibility for anything in that document. Now the aban can obetumi disu anko issue disclaimer obi so won be bia de nekeka kono. The problem, you know, first of all, say the part about 2023 into your interest biano a expropriation, and that is unlawful and unconstitutional. I was a Ghana Nibia war conscience or born Nibio ni born Nibio. I was a Cassette and authority. And we are born holder no when you seek a busuna pesa Ghana doya no problem. But we seek an old pedia kwaya the papa bidia never go and sign this document which amounts to expropriation. And your interest in the crown will be monka say, yen to 2023, but later ye the bemao. That will make sense. And I will be the American here. But say me seek a wafana fe body, a chrono by the chance.
But this approach no would mean, say, the whole na or mine akomono. You are by this further pushing all of us down the hole. Because government has told you, sir, without this debt exchange agreement, no. The IMF negotiations and everything kaput. Once that does not happen, we are not getting out of this hole.
IMF of one car BBR. IMF dear. Kwanya obe fast one ma work would
be sustainable. And the government think this is
the only way.
But which other way?
Why must we still have a separate ministry of aviation, a separate ministry for railways, and a ministry of transport? And waste Ghana Sika in this time, sir. You see MP Sika on these three different ministries which can be merged into one as Muhammad did and manage it with two women.
But when you merge these three savings, then what's the
different ministries?
Yeah, but you are not sacking them. You are not sacking them when you merge.
Do you know the goods and services they consume?
Yes.
Do you know the goods and services they consume?
That budget will not go.
That goods and services budget of aviation, of you can say railways will go because now it is one ministry. Fewer people doing the same work.
How would it be fewer people?
But if me say if for nothing at all, the ministers will no longer be 6 like they are now. They will be 2. Into ube ministers 6 ka. Ube 2 ka. This is 1 + 1. And I will be the make I don't say. Why must we still have you can say a national your friends say free access secretariat when we have Ghana Education Service and the Ministry of Education? Why must we have one district, one factory secretariat when we have a Ministry of Trade, a what industrial development unit, why must we have Ministry or Secretariat for Special Development Initiatives? Right?
There's a coordinator at the presidency.
And have development authorities, Northern Belts. Back on the coastal, middle belt.
Coastal.
Ya to talk cars, I'm on web office, I find nipa baby office, or Munya, ya de gun is moka. Wasting the public purse when metropolitan, municipal, and district assemblies can do that work. Why must Office of Government Machinery, Nansay, na yama President Mahama, Akon Mabosikano, 790 million cedis per. Say on fan share 790 million. Now there was he spent 3.2 billion Ghana cedis on the Office of Government Machinery. You ain't been cut that by even 1 billion. Now you cut that expenditure at Office of Government Machinery by 1 billion. Now unim nipa yaji omobosia yadi omoka bond hold say bit metu awonka. In any case, mami bisa bibi. O say the making ye ne sa ye debt na sustainable. That yeti krom November. And I can offer at call parliament. Co-present budget for 2023. And no announce say ye can do pompon so or mining to bintua. Enti omo be start na omo be jaitua no money omo aye de won kano aba be dim komo about kwan be fast we sika no going forward. Meboa. That was the first time we announcement.
Yes.
In that document or catch Ghana for your name sifu e wo mra shebe dwam say Ghana for ankrankre. Not even Ghana for Ankrankre individual bia or no de sika abo aban bosia. Debt restructuring won ka ho. Oka aban de no betua meboa. They exempted them. That budget do you think the IMF would not have seen it before it was presented to Parliament? They exempted them. Because omunim say you say individual Ghana this year any other individual see nyina free mumpo our debt can reach sustainable levels in 2028. A year then a consumer after they had told Parliament that Omwa could take another decision say yeah the individual bondholders in our backup program now. Almost so they lied to our representatives. You see that dishonesty going on?
94.
Because they are testing the waters, and that is why people must rise up. Because there is no organized resistance against the Omoyeniti. They are killing people and getting away with it. Bawumia and Kenoforiata are getting away with murder because you see Ghana for
no, but there was an organized resistance with labor and labor for
with regards to pensions
are
yes,
out.
And the individual bondholders
class action. Lawyer Martin.
Yes, I salute him and I salute the group for taking this initiative. And while we are individual bondholders, we are joined. Ghana for your pay dodo. Oh yes, sir, you are just encouraging impunity to go on. They said they are mining they are even thinking about ways, sir. Omode clauses be because bond agreements in the very collective action clauses. Let's just say, and maybe be soon a buying bet me decide they say, why me do ke be mean if majority of omo or the omo kase ye penesoa. Who need to mukra wisika kam. And the Yakran say they are not consulting these customers and the victims who will be affected. What they think, what they want doesn't matter. Yeah, they are cardi pesi na omasanso what threaten waka ho. Kenoforia tana onona bobosia jehu sika in transaction advisor fees. He is not ready to refund even 1 cedi no. Obi ono say wa obey wa dwen say the Ghana be court no. Enye likely say case no be rene. Oya judge. Oye chief justice. Wo na na de wo baba be prediction actually obi a obe rene in the case and obi on rene in the case. What are you trying to do? You are trying to cower them into submission. You are trying to intimidate them. The law is not on your side. Attorney General advice away on this. Debt restructuring, the component of it. Why can't you clear? What I could do and what in America, where the Attorney General no a foot to them would fine. First year law student a wire contract crown. Only the sanctity of contracts. Only the principle constitutional interpretation principle against retrospective legislation. Where elementary when you know can overreact and if somebody had to advise him. Now was also threatening. Haven't you seen the media reports, the publication? Finance minister na wo nanka wo de umpo transaction advisor fees no kofa brey. What's the yen sacrifices? Woka refund even 50% of what you have profited from our bonds and our borrowings. You are not ready to do that.
But it did not go to.
You are not ready.
Did it go to?
Na data bank in your
yeah, must say data bank any kind of different separate legal person.
Hey, we are law students, men kasa. Masa baby.
Hey, it is your own.
When a company makes dividends, one year the man.
That means we get dividends.
Company nya sika, we nya fast why the man. We the shareholder.
Na so we
he is the founder on the company. We shareholder.
The point is. And then the churches say sika na ba company name no. E just say eventually at the end of the year company ni nya amfa so. E bit more say all that sika na be ba. Ba company ni be balancing no. Me say
ana obi won to bond da enu ntia.
Asem na
I will be some questions we are
you
see this is a life and life asem nipa nkwan wasem ne ka no obi. No just 1 second. Fane say obi akọ data bank enu foriata adwuma na wate no.
Yes.
Wakobo bosia. Yama no ebia mfienum onfantua mfienum ne son ya
Asempa FM
sika ne mintimi ntua na ntua ne chena but ne car wati me no na oda so team wotwi Lexus 570 me boa eno bi no team ubehunu no wakọ Twist Night Club ene make milli ba ye no ginase no na eto bottles akese auto new watch ubehunu wo twa nanum wo kan so ka for credit masa entika ken ofori ata be pene so amani pakro na fasa sika no me sure say ka buy now a banka bagu ninsa odem ourselves. Nobody will allow this. We are there na ekoso no companies what's a TV3 for report they have started laying off workers.
Now let's listen to this. Yeah, ba wrap here.
So we must not allow them to continue the waste. Government is not ready to make any sacrifices at all. The waste continues.
There were a lot of sacrifices announced in the budget.
Sacrifice, was it the first time on one announced so cuts
30% cut
in allocation? Go and check the real outcomes.
Salaries.
Oh, how do you? The expenditure has rather gone up. They projected a deficit of 6.6%. Omo achieve almost 10%. A deficit of 37 billion. Omo do 66 billion. Why? Because Omo disikano kra broso.
Let's wrap up after this short break. Ekosi saying suni ehaya Sempa 94.7 FM. Sammy Gyamfi, National Communications Officer, NDC no AD and come after this short break. We'll wrap up.
Franco Trading Enterprise still phone Papa Fie, Samsung nie, Nokia nie, iPhone nie, say your printers, mobile phone, accessories. Franco Trading Enterprise afa our no any TV, aya this satellite, any ultra panels, abomuma
Facebook. Sa Franco Trading Enterprise page. Nasa likes number 100,000. Ayo mwa, eni omunidra. Sa na www.francotrading.com. Android app, aya Franco Trading. Instagram, aya @Franco Trading. Nani pabadi fwa dosunti. Franco, edi momo pay code number 189480.
Branches on the Bebre Wagana baby, Nemum, head office on the Twaya Dabraka, opposite Roxy Cinema.
Tema, Franco Community 1, Waterworks Nedianimere, Cycle, opposite Odor Rise, Madina, 100 meters away from the police station. Kaswa, Franco, opposite Kaswa Polyclinic.
And now for your number 0246 422 338 and 0546 133 188. Franco Trading Enterprise. Still, phone Papa Fie, and you're not going.
If you get LPG, let me see your hand. Who are that?
I'm Mr. When you may be out yet, the meaning you crowd.
Oh, Tira, a dear crano, how
me, a dear name how. I don't know how you did a bidini a biani. Unim so Wusin and Yamawire. I don't Unigasana.
Oh, if you're a media bidiana, damn dear Dianu.
Ah, what kitchen, Papa? See again and be a use gaso. Share LPG no or how be any who. Ediane Bentham, none dance on Sessa, near one say, Pa Naso.
Hey, if you run, no.
Eh, Mr. Menu, who was a media grown, made him Rafaba, Unigasa, me too, Ukra, San and San out your rent. Eh, Beji to Fifi.
Che, we a mistake now, this kind of mammy, I mean too. Made a quack or talk gas.
Mr. Menu, Kawan can and Cowbetty.
Che, men catch you, LPG, or how be any home. Nama Hunsu Harrow. Sakasi Boye, National Petroleum Authority, Ministry of Energy, and the World Bank, and a Debro. Freto free number 080 012 300 Nien Churchill Muye.
Hey, it's me pan and me kita Miami. Echo Bank, me damase.
Shy, cow than you.
Oh, say Ecobank, yeah, cruising.
Monso bet me a cruise one casa okay. Esani Eco Bank Auto Finance Package inti. Koyen cardless ahudu PI no one year juma baby. Ye ka dawa kumaso. Say a new car, say yes second hand. Why your mouse special discounts. Eco Bank side and she share pabe boa with your car no kenina. Your mount interest rate and you boa from cry. Ebe bring when so. Oh, so we accounts where Eco Bank and money how cry. Sa kwenye da homo bia. NTN so saka no ho da ekeke. Abebwe wi. Preto free 0800 003 225. Anasa kwa Eco Bank in Krabata bebia nebusa Eco Bank Auto Finance Package. Esi kakra wo ho. Eco Bank, the Pan-African Bank.
Asampa, Upa Sampetia, Utini Radio Nipa, 94.7. Asampa FM, oh yeah, do papa. Asampa FM, everywhere you are. Asampa FM, everywhere you go. Asampa, hey, Asampa, hey, all talk all day.
94.7 Asempa FM suni yekosi sen dwumadi no asugusu awutie no ma yenamu nyina ase ne ensan ma makwa babie the final leg of our discussions ne enfan komo no emra awieye. Let me see this one says Obi, please tell Sammy I am a bond holder of fixed deposit and treasury bills at Stanbic, but I'm okay with the government measures, so I'm not going to join those who are going to court. Mr. President in Denmark. Mr. President, thank you. Obi, tell Sammy, we all agree the economy is hard and we need serious economic solutions, not propaganda. We cannot continue with this sort of unfounded allegations with unjustified comment that has nothing in solving our current situation. These politicians must be serious for once. Gastiman ewo brekum edia onodia breye eni. This one says, okay. Obi, good afternoon and Happy New Year. I'll keep my money in the house now because of the haircut Nanado has brought. Why must a young man like me sweat and invest for bad governance policies to affect my savings? I advise others to do same. As for, okay, blah, blah, blah. We are tired of this 419 government. Sammy must work together with Pablo because the youth wing is the engine of our great NDC party and we are the ones going to do the groundwork for Victory 2024. Engineer Ebenezer Edu, Ahanta West, and all the way up. We say, okay. Obi, ask Sammy that how is it possible that a bankrupt economy is able to pay salaries on time, keep the light on, petroleum products are available, and current on infrastructural project. That's from SM Movement, Salam Mustafa. Obi, permit me to wish my national boss a happy new year. He's looking very fresh after the honeymoon. I was expecting him to be fully exhausted. Obi, can you catalogue the national disgrace that President Ronaldo-led government has brought to Ghanaians? It started from day one of his presidency and it continues unabated. One day we would wake up and hear our country has been sold. Richard Kirk, Mensa, NDC, RCO, Western Region. Obi, kindly tell our neighbors this is not a time for the unusual, unnecessary politicization, especially when we need all hands on deck to move beyond our current state. The breach of state protocol by this guy should be a matter of national interest. What's bad is bad. Hence, heads must rule. We can't be joking with everything. Jomo, Pokwase, Festus, Eddie, we are praying. This one says, Obi, tell Sammy to keep up the good work for the NDC and Mother Ghana as a whole. Happy New Year, Sir Prince Ayin Suano. Ede way abba. Sir Prince in Ayin Suano. Okay. Is it the same government that signed a contract with STL company, which we ended up paying, even though we didn't gain anything from that? From that Sammy Gyamfi is talking about? Adomakon O University of Ghana. Adomakon, thank you. Obi, Sammy Gyamfi should know his leader left take or pay agreement for this government, and that is also part of the cause of our high debt. Nana Amponsa Bediakon Edie Enie. This one says, that Sammy, be nice with your discussions. You are throwing dust into our eyes. Tell us exactly what in the statement than your propaganda. Okay, you only left woes than to solve problems. It is the MPP that is rather solving our country's problems. Even you guys don't credit President Mills with anything, which means JDM did nothing profitable as vice president under Mills. Talk well for the purpose of education than misleading us. Ejawusu ewo goso. Ejawusu goso. Okay. So Sammy credit every success to Mahama. So nothing good was done under President Akufo-Addo. That's from Munkaila Jonas Edia inside Kerry and Odiwe Abba. Good evening, Obi. Imagine Farida Mahama bringing Cassidy to the presidency. Your guess is as good as mine. Those justifying the use of the White House in movies should know that those are miniature studio constructed buildings. Can an artist like Kokovelli or Ako Nana shoot a music video at the Buckingham Palace? Oh, na Kokovelli ni Ako Nana. Na mo sa ko di na Kokovelli di Buckingham Palace or Kopedeo from Comrade Haya Ewo Shai Osudoku and no the way Abba. Happy New Year, Obi. The only thing I can agree with the critics is the dressing of the American pop star to the presidency. Okay, I think he's not a pop star or a rapper. He is a rapper. You cannot even dress anyhow to visit your Dikro at my village, Nyamebetre. The benefit of the event should not be shredded by somebody's outfit. Sammy Gyamfi is talking too much. Ranking member, Belgium. Anyway, I pray. Obi, good afternoon. Rail development is ongoing in Ghana. I visited my hometown Elmina a few days ago, and to my surprise, the sea defense wall and a landing beach for the fishermen have all been built. The Elmina Castle has been painted and could count over 30 cars and buses visiting. No wonder Ghana is broke. The money has been used to develop the nation Ghana. My friend Sammy, congrats for marrying, will definitely talk like someone seeking power, but we should appreciate the ongoing development in Ghana. Thank you. Mark, US of A. So, marriage couldn't bring an end to the compendium of amorphous propaganda by Sammy Gyamfi. Gracious me, say Obama, ewo pukwase. Obi, the sad part is that the music, lyrics, and content doesn't reflect anything dignifying for the location used, especially when derogatory slangs are used in the rap video. We are even lucky he did not feature the president and the first lady as backing and a vocalist. At this point, it's only disheartening to see this as a Ghanaian. This is really very sad. Greetings to my boss, Elembele KK. Listen to Sammy. Did I hear him say when it comes to communication prowess, the NDC is better or has the best and most vibrant in communication? Chia. If it's maligning and name calling, then his communication bureau is the best at it. Even in its opinion on the artist performance at the presidency, listen to the descriptive word. Sammy and Eric Ajayi are just good in name calling and personality attacks, but Obi, I think someone must be punished for allowing the musician to shoot that music video at the seat of the president. Onel Amponsa, Ewo Amsterdam. And I know the way. Abeko see saying so higher sempa 94.7 FM. Ma memrana yen wrap it up. Yes. Okay, Eko Jan. Before that, Eko Jan says, Obi, the nation's presidency has been reduced to a playground. Remember the white guy who posed as a businessman to visit the VIP? The protocol and security officers at the Jubilee House must be serious. Okay, white guy, man, and I never heard that, but let's see. Okay. Yes, Sammy.
Yeah, it will be there kind of say Sabahini percent or yet debt restructuring. On fa kwan paso.
Okay.
Say was say o mine sika sem we enye me na meka o mo ankasa age atum. Almost a bit here minimum 6 years to get out of this
94.7.
And don't you know there must be some solution. IMF and baby I do no on say senka a futua ya papa Mahama ne NDC ne civil society organizations be the ma uraba wumia ne kenuforiata ne abanwe se nkomutie ne ntemo a nka yebetumi a prevent the esi no because it was very clear by 2020 say na ye kan pemponso edru no yentimi ntua 2021 krompo de na ye clearer and in May 2020 World Bank IMF and G20 Eden Shishi by a friend DSSI me sure out here debt service suspension initiative.
Yes.
Omom kasa COVID-19 ti ama mind bebre
intimi ntua omo ka
brɛ wo boka tua ho ne ade nti sɛ wo your mind na wo pam wa bi na wo pɛ omoboa wo na ye suspend o ka e wo sɛ wo tua na wo nyamre edi sika na ye bibi fofora bra. Sambre no okay. We did a lot of town hall meetings, BUPSC, Great Hall, Alisa Hotel, President Mahama Ankasa, countless occasions.
And I'm catching a buy on for Sawe, no?
Yes,
yes. Because
now they will be back now. That would be true.
Yeah, but that's what you are doing now. They are doing now.
But on the Kaoko and Kawa Yarena with you and I want Antiaco Hospital, and they would have stretch us. Would the ambulance on Kawa Shim would have stretch us. You feel na the oxygen so you were bound to go anyway. After they demonized IMF, can over at I am cohoda and you know no. After they swore said there will be no haircut, and you're a haircut na bano. It's not about what you say. So but only pe bia de uguno, and now ye den will be try. Say o say ubenyinache aso abranti we say menyinache but wo sorry ensanom na wonom na wo say wahrawa wonom so na wo drive wa you can be saying that I will live long but our confession enye adwuma because you are living the very opposite of your words. So it doesn't matter say they were saying they were worried about what somebody was going to say about them. Omo bra na omo bono bosia bo bebrebe na omo mfa nya de papa omo di ni basa obi they were bound to end there. Enti komo kontemo a oton yare entemo na wunya no aduro enka eno na nya default you have not defaulted yet it me boakra suspended debt service in many countries Africa even Burkina uni so ko DSSI so and that is why Nancy World Bank director I don't know whether you've seen that story. World Bank, the whole World Bank, the Jordan, Wababontin say, and ya pass a Ghana and take advantage of DSSI. They suspended their service. Because program was from May 2020 to December 2021. So, and the G20 for the Paris Club, the program for about which is the common framework. And also no, on which is all your mind out coming on a winter mintia, which me bana. Yabwao ehwe kwan a amama ni bi betumi de wo ka ne bi ayede achew enunti de wo se aban ye ho adwuma no ene se omoma omani kɔ sa G20 Paris Club common framework negotiations no so Reuters a report will say aban check say they can get an expedited assistance or response if they apply. They don't have any choice because bilateral partners no amama ya yede on kan bebre e decide so so mo de Canada do no be che a e bete pressure na so kakra ma ankra individuals na omo pe omo sika akwa ye omo bibi papa bi no omo pe omo sika papa bi di ahwe omo ma omo busua omo fie omo de bia omo nwumam omo de atu omo adwuma ye fo ka omo de bia to nuru anom ne de keka ho no omo nya omo sika. And so that is the way out. But whilst we are exploring that no I was say aban no use the right process. Say obi interest for 2023 wa fa ni nyina de eye krono eye expropriation eye patapa na wo di obi sika. And it is unacceptable and we must all fight it. Ebiem say wo ye debt restructuring. Na wa bo parliament amane. Parliament for je 172 mu na be ye mra wo. Wa bo mama ne say ankrankran nka ho. Untumi mfa kuntu na semfa ankrankre emeka ho. And yes, I will take a decision say na pension for kan ho we you mafiri mu a. Then go to parliament. Na hwe kwan a obetumi amfa so handle individual bondholders. You have not even met with them. You have not even done any proper negotiations with them. So our 5-member committee or meeting, Papa Ben consultations, Papa Ben or my in Krumha. Such a point, and at the more no so name na ho. More na unilaterally. Yebe na obi. The risk is that ye na some voucher fans, what you mudi? Because we are some almost omudi from voucher fans. Omo ye man so twefo. Omo de ne se omo mpesisie. Omo wosika. These are hostile fans. Omo wosika da ho a. Omo se obi me de woka na me default me si me ntua woka. No ma ba be toka no. Omo se ka no fa ma enti se ebi a wo bond a wo de ma ban no in this contest. Sika wo de ma ban no bond a wo toy no. Aban de woka 5 million. Now money one negotiate no ma discount. Maybe I am about 2.5 bi and 3 million bi. Na you say omo ye aban customers omo na abo aban bosia no wo de kwotran chen. Ye ne aban betwe age sika. And no na say you could do some pompon so na ebe ha wo man no. Because no court no could dibema. Asem was very clear. Domestic for na do be court wo Ghana. Na external no do court wa man no ne de keka ho.
But how do you react to omo ayeka say we are in difficulties are buying here Indianka, let all make sacrifices to get out of the hole.
Me say voucher for my member won't almost start here and on of my age padia wa ha yes ya sato so ya confiscate ya count we ya garnishi so of my sika da ya fa they can make Ghana ungovernable and they are careful say you lose our level no. Kenuforiata is treating bondholders with contempt. You lied to parliaments. You lied to the nation. Okaso monka ho. I don't know what first to say di o mabeka ho. Without any prior, proper, extensive consultations. Now, ono aso na set deadline no, or set the ope. He say mahuze wa twen the about 16 January. He should be ignored with contempt. Because don't to me you cannot unilaterally amend the contract. You need the acceptance.
They are going to court, so maybe let the courts decide.
You need the acceptance of the other party. But as a Ghanaian, yes, of course. And I'm calling on more. And then I met lawyer Martin Pego say so far when Nipa be 200. There are over 15,000 of them. We need more people to join. We are standing with them. This is about Ghana. Bibi sensi Ghana da. Say Ghana this year we do musika abo aban. Bosia. Aban ne sika ne mintua. Na anya say aban no kra fa nidie ne kwampa bi so na aka ho. Ono de waka na asem opa menye. Wazan so waka acha so kokko to kra wan hwe kra untimi ni nkunim. Why must you do that? Now to your question. No say ebi no mo aka say asoman yakwa ho kire ne awohehie.
Ye nyina
ye mmoa. Na ye nyina ne ye mmoa. Na ye nyina no o mampenya kufu adonka ho ana.
Oh na sense na budget ne announce sacrifice almost so ye.
Sacrifice no na saa wiem hyen kakraka na ofa Ghana sika titiri die be afene fani wase Ghana sika over 100 million Ghana cedis on it no chatter di tutu kwan because also person odware wo wie mu no eno de sacrifice ya enye ye o ebiem
asa no wajai ana
ojai da ben
hiring of private jets
ojai da ben
oh the last trip I'll call is even
na say no de that den nyina no de that den nyina wo ye eno de adanko that den trekese o pass the see my US trip bimra. You see, if he has stopped, he should come out officially and tell the nation say
okay
yes, sacrifice. We are cutting expenditure. The office of the government machinery, which I heard is part of it. And expenditure on foreign travels, me caso. Now, me the business class, they be too quiet. What the point I know cry is symbolic. And my mom for me was, hey, the president is now ready to put aside his luxury and creature comforts. Yenina so yen sacrifice it. On cancer. And the GDN was a bondholders in yase yenina ne sacrifice. Ebiem waste aban we buy. When we said last year financial irregularities in the public sector. Just a sika efefa aban djuma yefo nsase eka hunu bi a aban bobo ya na ni se aban bo sika ye yusu ya amfa mra kwanso okeka ni nyina bomu last year nko a na 17.4 billion cedis obi meboa 17.4 billion cedis uka the last 4 years the aneka 2021 the 5 years ni bomu check the auditor general's report financial irregularities nko a totally 64 billion.
But you've heard the point, so when you base on what is in that report in Kwa, you might be making a mistake, because by the time a report about out about a public document be analyzed, no, some people might have returned monies.
But you return half for cry. Return half These are huge monies. The answer is they go up with their cates are wasted.
4.7.
In a day, omwa omwetiti omumowuri masa omani fifiri ma ye adwuma de apesika gu aboabo no a de abo bosia wo se wuntimi ntua wonka yan mofra wo basic schools wo se wuntimi printed textbooks mpo mo 3 years ni since ye new syllabus intimi printed textbooks enne enkoda aduane wo bedi e wo secondary school mpo ayasem empire bi beda so ayasem inkonyo mo betena so say ye classroom say ye dining hall ayasem we problems are ye koso nyina onim say enne me no ka say utua ye car ye de ehunsi ho any amortization principle na mbra so wo say utua utua na utua ban dwuma yefo car sika e ba ye nsam nyina, not tax revenue, not domestic revenue, total revenue sika no asa based on 2022 figures asa because the total revenue we read the project here September project said by December they will get 98 billion, but will be interest payment in 44 billion. Yakaya de musisi in 2022 44 billion and almost will be by December. Principal 11.3 billion and on 55.3 billion. Abaya Juma Yafoka 38.4 billion compensation. Statutory funds and common fund, road fund, get fund
94.7.
Abaya Juma Yafosi kan kwa ne yeka ehun etuano ye kai tuano say yensi hu say amortization nyema mienu we edi esika nyina. We are bankrupt. Obi send a message and our maya etimi tu adwuma ye wo tu adwuma ye for ka onkore even adwuma ye for pensions abaya we ntimi ntua. For more than a year, the Auditor General has reported almost the Senate take more than 6 billion as we speak.
And that was a message from, I think, Salam Mustafa.
Yes, they can't even pay. What are they talking about? They can't pay. And I said, Obi declare bankruptcy. Oh, did he? That is not what it means. Say,
they pay salaries on time. They've kept the lights on.
The only way
petroleum products are still available.
The only way you can continue with aban we betumi akoso etu aban juma yefoka and so be suspending the ketua because on the first no na ye total revenue ni nyina no etimi ye nyama miensa etimi tua aban juma yefoka etua ye ka ye de no ehun si ho ne de keka ho no na asan so etimi take care of statutory funds na sika nasa 2021 ho no say statutory funds no ye ni even social contributions check appendix you can say 2A of 2023 budget. Social contributions adwuma for obi a waye adwuma bosom ye wose ye te the pension near the comma snet ye de biama pension funds o management no okwa homigye mu a ono so wetimi anya bibia hwe ne nananom ne ne ma no sese sika no kwa ban tete aban tua enti se aban adu stage bia wontimi ntua ne ka a wo de ensa so ntua aban adwuma ye for ka. So kaso betua ne ka wode ya wonye sika ntua ban dwuma yefo ka. That is why okoka no because ban dwuma yefo de ka de okasa wontua the nation will crash. Always what am I say? Henti they talk as if they don't understand the times we find ourselves in, or they don't know the figures where we stand now in terms of our financial position. Enti obiye sacrifices no.
Okay.
Na ye take decision ebema ya use sika kakra ye wono judiciously, prudent, wise. Material ministries are able to be a major President Mahama can UPSA wakan the lecture wakan hui Adentina Maslock NIP Ye Youth Employment Authority intimin come fanko she Employment and Labor Relations Ministry. Now you take care on these individual agencies. So
yeah, but when former president makes some of those suggestions now, one will be tempted to ask the question, say, under him, there was a labor and employment relations ministry, right? And there was also created, now, Edu Asare, Eda no later was a son. What happened to that one as
two things I'll say to that. Under him no default. Yankosa won here we mo. Every situation or final whom as onipa no a call for actions I was taking in that. Again, yes, yete and deny he need free power. And if over time you who says I never win in a back camp more. Near to me say near President Mamma and Yama na or walk 2016. No pesa way and ne onya kwenya bi me nya ni na no be e bia odi bi beka ho be yi bia ye Ephraim ti say never who say with experience ye betumi aka agencies we obum at staff so ne logistics ne goods and services ne nyema bi so ama kanaba form and still get the same results not into see any bar I didn't think I was here call back to the past.
What is the staff so there you are creating unemployment?
No already no abai no the total freeze at all employment so
save critical sectors.
No save critical sectors
no so you are saying say
it's a total freeze on employment.
Hold on. When you go under an IMF program, are you saying say for the pendency of the program, no, the government will not employ
it's
nurses?
Got nothing to do with an IMF program. That is something people don't do. You see, first
how is it
it's got nothing to do with IMF program. First not IMF.
Yes.
Sure. Conditionalities.
Absolutely. Sure.
Between this period to this, yesika sembe to me ejina ye na yeka yetimi etua. O de bana omohwe na yeto asumu ano magia tu.
Yes.
So this total freeze on employment which has been announced is not a conditionality IMF impose on us. Okay, President Kufuor Breso na sa freeze on employment is started. The minister Banredu. I don't know whether you've seen that letter.
94.7
Minister for Finance, because there's a wage bill, no cost na ministers, FFF, Juma rough, Abra, Finance Minister, and check it. And so everybody has a workers are those to Yaka. And now, Okofas, I freeze nearby. Says, and son, I will be Timia Fa will be a Jumebiano. J. Clarence from Finance Ministry answer. Inti, Nanya IMF conditionality. Yeah, buy and you be who says Sebi, Nyansa was saying. Inti Yabetwaso. In fact, for a greater part of males, Mahama time, name you. But 2015, yakwa which near who he mono, and ye day back, which was a net hiring freeze, not a total freeze on employment, but net hiring freeze. The chairman say, "Yemfa will be a ejuma." I just say
will be a frame.
Into be wua it me fenipa. We call retirement. It me fenipa. Say ejuma be a BM. To say be a passport office. Or maybe a new offices are it me fenipa because vacancies have been created. But the existing vacancies na they are filled there. Yeah, fenipa.
Sure.
And exceptions. Critical sectors be or
education and health.
And security.
Security, yeah.
It is if a police for, if a nurse for, if a teacher for. Yet MPP for Detroit that Ghana for na IMF ya continue ya de freeze by and phobia. Now Moma also total freeze. This is not a net freeze. They are saying they will not employ Ubia, or your doctor, or your nurse, or your police. No exceptions. Check the budget.
Are those details in the budget? And I will understand.
If they are supposed to be exemptions, Minister Neighbor Parliament money and Obeka said, a net. The operative word would have been net hiring freeze. Or say total freeze on freeze on employment. Freeze on employment. No exceptions. No exemptions. So you interpret it as it is. What you say? And I'm saying, sir, if we are able to make these sacrifices, now on my opinion, for example, cathedral, our Musi, Obi, nobody is against me as an individual. I'm not against the building of a cathedral. Why? See, that I'm a but adia wuye biano, ye wo kwanya ye faso ye den,
no.
Mo ya de no basa. Say they may ask Christo ni metenchen kra na me yim hihye me ne say. Kwanya omo faso disika in the name of this cathedral no bi. A GD4 a ye wo Ghana yan hwe yi a omo aban we be gu ya sofo ene ye mpanyimfo bibire ni mu ase. Ebe ma obi ti baabi a obekasa tia nyame nipa bi. But na nyame nipa ni mu hwe because omo a omo disika na nyame nipa fo no mo.
Na why mu na disika obi disika sesen.
Me men kan kra ma ne nwa. Who in his right senses and or the 339 million cedis, equivalent to some $58 million. Becca said, or the bois asori a yesi amenyame. Now, after releasing these monies, a dina yesi no, a that's what foundation. Obi, se Ghana, eye o mame no papa dia. Obemeye yusu Ghana sikasi. $58 million. Ken Oforiatta answer or the Akoma Parliament in response to the motion of censure no. So or se sika nko Ghana for ye sika. So far o mampenyo Kufuor ni bawumia e de akoshe cathedral adwuma ni mu no 339 million. Emu 113 million. Ye de ama David Ajayi ene ne nkrofo. That is 34% of the amount that has been released. 34%. Ye de ama consultants say obedraw heavy no. So obedraw bunsem jemu. Say the drawings now oba be ne consultancy no. Eye ade a bi si wiase da na Burj Khalifa mpo esi Dubai. Consultant oye no Jesus no. The total releases from government 339 million, equivalent to $58 million. The so-called consultant in the 113 million, 34%, and contractor in the sites rebadi. Since March, or see in Tuaneka, in this kind of fine. Dinosaur and Kabia, your pager grace, you want a room or swa. Uzo, where the Sicano crown, ya de yade papa.
A dire cost no total almost estimated say bedroom be $300 million.
Almost 385. And now we 58 and you 1/4.
Now 58 now we expect to say drew lintel.
Now I say drew here. Now $58 million. Me tell 339 million.
Yeah.
What the call Ghana sika that anymore I say.
There be
3.3 trillion.
Nothing now what they call Ghana sika.
And no na obe hu say nye sika ketwa ne
No, but the me busa say a dino totally is estimated to cost almost $400 million. And no more releasing 58
That's
million.
about 25%.
And also West but I do lentil level. How is that possible?
At least me say me can say lentil. I didn't use the word lentil. Yetimi peja dan ni mu kra kakra.
Who's here do most work?
Masa wa wura ho. O fa wa ya o twe ko wura. O say so mo be so bi wa wura ho. Omo ko ye omo read the Bible quotation ko ho no edwuma o ma ye no 58 million edwuma.
Na say bi na waka 58 million na nko dan ni. How so many be atua consultant ka no?
Na consultant nko 113 sika na den. Enre ya restatement omo di aba. Omo say o mama akwa na event Sammy, the president, the founder and president of the Nehemiah Group no. Omo tua ne ka 28.2 million Ghana cedis. Na yewro kuje to ka say sika no mo de man say on fan raise funds emaye na enye sa sika no mo de man say ti omo on fan coordinate biblical museum ne biblical garden enye say odisi biblical museum and garden on fan si enye say ode be drawing bia or your coordinator
na coordinator no obey dey
ni mo ka mi so na ebisa me future career ka me ka say me coordinator of biblical garden. You are just coordinating the building of a garden.
No, but you have to ask what goes into the coordination.
Into coordination here dey.
They didn't explain in the statement.
There's not the coordination. The word is coordination. That is what I'm saying.
But until you understand what he's expected to do,
the point here is say obi ne say
yes
or no ehye nyame bosse se nyame ye na dom no boa no na okwa bato odi nkunimu a obesi asore dan ya nyame obi za wote the metro na se ono na ahye nyame bo se nyame wo ye makoma so ade mame ye gidifo ye se ye be ma wo thanksgiving offering
yes
ebi ye ka obi dia ye sika obi dia se obesi asore dan efe na wo nyame aye wo papa nyame aye ade ama wo na wo so be da nyame ase a wo de Ghana sika na ekoda nyame ase and you say enya wo na wo de nyame ase no
na say ade a eba be boa Ghana
ebe boa o de me ba first of all once you made it a personal vow and a personal pledge no you have the responsibility of redeeming it o bia me hye nyame boso boa me ma me be ye mampanya me si edan e bia me ne oman no e be si edan ama no me di nkunim onyame asofo agidi for sorry momra na enwe ho dan ye betumi afa so asisen Ghana for mrahye bedwa for bona musi Ghana for na mu yenwe ho ye betumi aye ne sen die role na Ghana betumi play ne ye nyina ye dwen waka problem bi anim we di oso no na ekwakosi ni dan edu ba bi mpo ne ye ka ho asem asofo mpanyimfo ni bia na o mampanyi aka akire o mo se aban sika nka ho no opanyim pa me papa me boni dia na mabu nkotodwe Archbishop Nicholas Danka Williams okay say sa asem ni oba bonten be ka na Ghana for mo amoka say yukra amoka sa ageden na project na ye ba be ne say Ghana sika nka ho say okay because that is what they had all been told me nua panyi Kabila oko Supreme Court say project no mo be ni tia Ghana constitution no Ghana ya Attorney General Godfrey Dame ko catch the Supreme Court judges ne say aban emfasike bia mesi asore dan yo ye ma sorry na sase because sorry if film retentin bisi no ma boa Ghana ebia sisi schools ebia yesi nti ye ma sase keke afi dia be wi akira project na kamia ye say aban Ghana for your taxes yesika and they constitute 99.99%.
How is that so?
And Sika omodi aye adwuma ni nyina no dodo was saying if you buy one
and a project ebe cost almost 400 million.
But as we speak now,
buying the 58 million now ba. How do you say I buying?
But as we speak now, Sika na aba ni nyina 99.99%.
See cathedral. The cathedral will be complete when everything is done.
But as we speak now no. The Sika akọ project ni mu no.
Yes.
Dodo na no eye Ghana Sika. Na Ghana Sika so ena omampanyi na opese wofa edikoye adwuma ya ehhehye da ho ana obi meboa
sure
ntumi mfa Ghana sika te se bia wo yere anti-beki sika enti uko mrane se kobo parliament amane ye ma wo sa kwanya no ni nyina wanye o se nye ye nua okuje to black one mrahye bedwafoe ena document we no ma intercept ni hu se sa said David Ajayi ya ma 32 million ye de 25 million bia en sika ni kra bebre wo ho a obi enye Board of Trustees no nyame asofo no ene etua o Chief of Staff no tua ne direct Finance Minister no Keduforiata ya wase o man economy ono ane sign warrant no direct buntua.
That's a Board of Trustees no will deal with omo fundraising sika board ni be lead mo omanya no the ones a free state ne ho airba no why should it
what the company is a registered company aban pese omo musika aban ntimi release sika no into company na account na company na ankasa and go through omu processes and your due diligence and find ya na wo Kenoforiata ne Danka Williams kutua de ka wana abagine di Kenoforiata sisa ka wo de beba no say nyame asofo ne kra na etua sika ne kra wutimi nya gidie bi we de Kenoforiata na oni mu hwe no ono na etua so what I am telling you is a real problem say omu be di sika sha asofo no you see obi ka so obesi asore dan amanyame a boni bi enim kwan obefa so in the how you know why was it David and a Bible modi kenya adwen pass obesi asoda yamenyame ono na Bible say unyame frɛ no a man after my own heart but once David impuno o ka so obesi asoda yamenyame no unyame ani gye ho but unyame ka say da bi me ma wonsi because on say den aye moja men ka so mampenya kufu adon say moja that is a topic for another day but sa statement na Bible capture say onyankopon kan no something about the way God is, the way he sees things. And my own say for God to God no it is not just about the what but the how, the procedure. What you say? Nobody can tell me say in this time, particular time one yentimin to textbooks even a man koda e Ghana ha yentimin fidi ye mo fry was secondary school ye de amanfo ka na yesi yentimin tua including Ghanaian citizens. Nobody can tell me say onyankopon ho pere no say enene chine ya was yesi asore dan ma no
but the releases you talk about were not made this year
but recent releases na 2022 nim sika nko mo di come recently ya
no but the first release no
the release is almost 10 years ago
2019 or 2020
but is it the first release in Kwansam Nieka 2020 omanye release 2021 omanye release 2022 yeah wo problems si munyina they not doing releases. If God could tell David say we so see asore da ma so twen oba Solomon oba be di wade on ba uni how many years it took ansa na Solomon David ba be wu ama Solomon aba be di ade amanasi nyame nya abotre twen.
Your point is
God is not in a rush for any building. So why must it be done now? And why is it that sika bebrebe we ya yafa Ghana sika we ya yafa say ye de kwa kusi nyame asore dan 339 million over 3 trillion over kono foundation ne kra ye nyanwe contractor ni side sika no mo de aye de masa yenka no kra o ade a omo ye in the name of this thing me because you see me, you know me, you are like a brother to me. I don't joke with the things of God, and I revere men of God. And when a binum person, because people amount for more chrono that omo person omo de nyamia sorry dino yet and catastrophe small
chrono because chrono has to be proven based on our
and it be anya chrono
no based on our Sammy, that's not the point. The Americans say on the releases assembly our cano based on our case will be about chrono.
How can David Ajayi and his associates be giving Sika a yet 34% of total releases are government?
But how is that chrono?
But if David Ajayi baby, why register the company or you UK no? Consultants send omoje. At the international level send omoje. It be 6% of the contract sum. It be 4% of the contract sum. Even almost statement of issue a secretariat in statement almost Ghana the Ministry of Works and Housing accepted 16.5
yes
percent.
Yes.
But if you take the money that has gone to them 113 million according to Kenuforiata out of total releases of 339.
No, but you don't do that.
Why should we do
that? Of the contract sum. In that payment should be pegged against the entire contract sum.
At any given time it should be a percentage of the releases for the project
of the contract sum.
And the contract sum is saying
and I was almost 400 million.
Okay. And a contract sum no 16.5% yes and a 12.5% yes.
Let's calculate it.
Calculate it will still not make sense. Obi, that is the point I'm making. It will still not make sense. Now consultants no konsika no mo de the end drawing ben kwa no mo ye o mo je sika no. What does a consultant do? Coordinate and crash 28.2 million. So what am I saying? Bibi papa enka o manpenyi wo adwen pa obetumi agayama asore no na bia a minor play facilitative role bi na in these times of hardships e bi kwa ya defer project na ya pe kwan papa bi so de aye no pesamin kuminya ni sikadie nti ye de asofo akwakoto board so de ekoso ni nyina na asofo ni bebre ni mu hwe na chief of staff sorry anu atre letter Moma said David Ajayi sole source contract. Abra contract ne kwa qualify for sole sourcing near the amano. No competitive tender, no value for money near the amano. Muntu sika we ma we near tuya. So mo fa chire kwa jibi obi anim. But because they think they are doing it in the name of God, they think they Ghana for beka say because they want to exploit Christian fundamentalist votes. In these times, our OBC yenye sacrifices because maybe your mind is kasemjira enye no. I am saying say we should not be making these expenditures. Okay. Media, I am here speaking as a Ghanaian. I am here speaking as a National Communications Officer of the National Democratic Congress, and I am telling you, sir, dear Ora Bawomiane Kenuforiata, ye bondholders no, unjust, unfair. And it must be resisted. This is the time I was saying, sorry, because you're the free back also, you're the better, you're the better also. Say, a binding say, and they come and no one to mean to young poor, and you're quite winner was away then, or faso. Quite power, why you be a man, my baby, and almost your problem paper will say, oh, young to Boasia, as she should be. Look at the paper, Bryce Simmons, actually on the 7 floors in the government's debt structuring program. Read it. Now, the cogent arguments he made. These people who are the very people who have destroyed the economy, profited from it, want to still expropriate. People are dying and nobody wants to listen to them. Obi, I'll be happy if by the end of this week you crowd the bondholders and I'm lawyer Martin Pebu Bebaha. Let's have this conversation. Na yenya dia en conference so boni bimma because yan na program we jigua. One hwe ye be sans we default to bim. One way your timelines na any IMF wahye no kranye den emma so yan hwe na hostel fans bia na voucher fans bia ba sem we mu a one way na wote wa yesi o mampanya kufuado wakọ chata private jet akọ ba bi odu ho kra no ya chi na si wo se ode obi ka wo bia US wentu ayama na emma ye betumi acheche Ghana ye bejeje ye properties ni ye sika sa afi na Ghana ya ye amanfo bi a omanfo bi a obia entake ye serious. We are getting there. Ye can be na MPP communicators and say oh you are exaggerating. Oh your politics and as Sammy Gyamfi dey sa dey ye be ka bia so aye den ebam dey ya kan nyina so abam. And so listen for once. Listen for once, because Ghana, we don't have any other country apart from Ghana. And so they be crowd be say, ya more kakra na aka na ho ban a e be NDC be ba 2025 kra na be o ma say nye me dru no ye ma 10 years kra e be den say you turn things around. So the echo so nefa ye nyina ye ho. So let us protect what is left. Let us speak up. Let us make sure people are being treated fairly and justly. Let us make sure the right things are being done. And then the boy am a free or how we mo. Na almost so ma say o man this kasem te say Kenu Foriata. On sa ba so body e was a konwa na o te so no o man panya Kufuado. We yi da. Be nam say oye ne ma me nua ba. Na onya sika o de ko feri panyi fie wo chebinti no. Ni nua onkoka. Because on eya busua pesika fa brefie. Di opekoto ade akokoto no ye nya na bro. Enti wasan so kra ma no trade ministry aka ho. Also so catch MPP members of parliament say papa o kan budget wi amebe pamo no o kan budget wi amebe pamo na wasan so the whole ministry trade and industry aka no at the MPP mu nim the phone ni mana impenyufo ni MPP mu o mu betumi ayesa adwuma we nyina na. Why must Bawumia still be the chairman of the economic management team? Why must that so-called solid economic management team and now madane look at the gas no? Why must they still continue to be in place?
Lawyer Sammy Gyamfi Mayenase Ebese di nkomobio
obi meso me da sepa
ekosi saying so ne high Asempa FM and one of the songs and as one of the musicians ebeto nyom ewo Sammy Gyamfi aye frase eye PSC Esther wayemi.